Hello and welcome. Good evening. Before we get started, like always, I'd like to do a quick shout out to our sponsor, D&D Beyond, an online digital tool set for DMs and players alike to keep track of their equipment, their hit points, and their gold that they find along the ventures that they have. Now, before we get started, I want to do a quick reminder on what the party ran into last session. They went to the Fort Rylock in the southeastern parts of the Ashland Kingdom, and they discovered that it was in complete, utter ruins. Hundreds of bodies lay dead all throughout the courtyard, into the barracks and the captain core areas. And they were able to find some information regarding that a mercenary group by the name of the Howling Wolves attacked it late in the evening. This information also led them to realize that their partner, Garrick Whispercloak, is possibly no longer around. But at this point, they are trying to figure that out. They were able to track down a group that was just north of the fort. Actually, my bad, just west of the fort. And that's where we left off, with them facing down possibly two mages, two heavy fighters, and six lonely, just low level bandits. See how they handle this. Let's bring them in.
Hello, everyone.
So if I'm not mistaken, you guys had just basically backed away from the campsite that y'all had just scouted out. If I'm not mistaken, it was Saphira and Cricket that did the scouting.
And
About 60
foul.
and Foul. About 60 feet outside of the perimeter of the campsite. Y'all saw two mages. I'd like to go into a little bit more detail about this. Y'all saw two mages, both wearing some arcane robes, two heavy fighters, both close to the size of Saphira, and then six roughly low level, how should I say, bandits that were kind of like tagging along with them. They all had leather armor to a certain extent, with the insignia of the Howling Wolves, which basically proved to you guys that these are the group, part of the group possibly that attacked Fort Rylock. If I'm not mistaken, y'all kind of determined between 3 to 7 days ago, at least.
Yeah.
So, if I'm not mistaken, y'all backed away from the campsite. Cricket, Fida, y'all gave Tanithil a the book from Colden, if I'm not mistaken, the spell book.
Yes.
Awesome.
And with kind of a little thing held above Tanithil's head of Vida gave book to Tanithil. Does she get egg?
I'll take it into consideration.
If I'm not mistaken,
Giving
there.
book, summoning a demon that tries to kill me. You know?
I did give you a handout for that book there, Tanithil, of the spells that were contained in it. So that being said, that's where you guys pretty much left off. Tanithil, I think I had your character run off and kind of begin possibly scribing down a spell out of the book.
How much time did I get to do so?
We
You
haven't
guys-
started anything yet.
Right, you guys are basically kind of like preparing to kind of go to sleep for the evening.
Yeah. Because you and Emerald were way too exhausted to fight them tonight.
Yeah, we both had a point of exhaustion after the day.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how far are we going away from this camp? Because this is a pretty dangerous place to be resting.
How far are you guys away?
I do not remember that part.
You guys were scouting around 60 foot. I think we were like 200 back.
Okay.
200 feet or 200 yards?
I think 200 feet.
Because we were outside of the wood line and they were in it, right?
Yeah, they're in the woods. You guys are just outside.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So y'all did travel quite a bit of ways. Remember, y'all are 8 miles in. So the area that you guys are in is heavily densed woods. At least they are, and you guys are kind of like further back on along the trail that led up to there.
Oh, so the forest started way before.
Right.
Okay.
Well, about how much forest do we have between the trail and this camp?
Y'all have, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say actually 100 yards of forest between the trail and the camp, and so you guys are about 100 feet into the woods because you're 200 feet from the actual camp.
Don't
So-
like camping that close to potential enemies.
Can't say I'm a fan of it either.
How far away would you want us to move, Tanithil?
Like a mile or more. 200 feet is not a good distance away from a camp. If they have any scouts, they're absolutely going to spot us.
Eventually.
Did it look like they had any scouts?
I would say that you could tell that they probably go on a patrol every now and then outside of that camp, kind of circle around it.
Okay. All right. But we don't want to get too far away and they pack up and leave before we attack.
And we find like a cave or something to hide out in around this area.
I'm not mistaken, the area that you guys are in is mostly wooded terrain.
Yeah, so like just a hole in the ground, anything that's gonna go.
I'd say you could
deeper.
probably find yeah, I could say that you probably could find some like dunes or something that's like kind of like a mound that's kind of like got a dugout entrance.
Some sort of downhill thing. That
Yeah.
Den of some creatures that
Yeah, I'd say so.
Right. Well,
And how far away is that from where they are?
I'd say it's a little low. It's about almost a mile.
Too far. Too far.
I mean
What's
that's
the what's the
how
range
far we
on
need to
alarm?
be for reasonable.
What's the range on alarm? Is it
Um,
possible to alarm the area where they are, so we know if they're
It's
leaving?
not a big radius.
Alarm is just a 20-foot cube, but it will alert me if I'm within a mile of the warded area when something steps in there.
What about if? Well, is there a trail that is going through this area where they are?
there's a trail leaving their camp,
Yeah.
entering and leaving only one direction.
Only one direction. What
It
about if we
forks
alarm part
short-
of the trail?
It
Instead.
forks shortly outside of their camp, but there's only one way in and out for those horses and that carriage. Those carriages.
If I'm not mistaken, you can't actually cast alarm as a ritual there, though, correct? You don't have actually the feat.
I don't need a
What
fee for
feat?
that.
Wizards and clerics can just do that.
That is true. Sorry.
Any ritual I have in my spell book, I don't even have to have prepared. I can do that.
Okay.
So
So
yeah, I can
technically
put
just
alarms up wherever we want.
Yeah, you could literally spend like an hour placing like 6 alarms.
You get in
What
there
I'm thinking is
quietly
just
enough
if
to
we
do
alarm
that,
the
Tanithil.
areas, if they're to see where they're if they leave the area, then we know.
Well, if they only have one direction to feasibly leave their campsite, we can just put an alarm there.
Hmm.
Well, Tanithil, like I said, that it forks a short
Mhm.
distance outside of their camp. The road forks into two paths. Are
Put
you?
up 2 alarms then.
That's what I'm thinking.
Do you have the confidence of getting in there and casting those without them noticing you?
Well, I'm not particularly stealthy. Fida and Emerald, do you two have alarm?
I'm not able to cast it at the moment. I'm
I
still learning it.
do, but
You have
I'm
prepared.
not exactly quiet.
Well, if the two of us can each cast one a ways down each of the forks of the road, then we won't have to be that close as to get just a single alarm before the road forks.
We can go for that.
It would be better to go down the road so that there's less potential for suspicion to be aroused.
Right.
Less chance of
Mhm.
being spotted.
Should be difficult for them to realize we're doing so, and each of us casting one of them means we don't have to spend over 20 minutes casting it if I were to do both of them. So each of
That's
us
fair.
alarm one of the forks, then go to our little animal den to camp out.
If you two are comfortable with it.
I'll give it a go.
I'm very fast. I can get away if they do spot me.
Sure.
So can I get some stealth rolls?
Yep, I'm just trying to remember disadvantage on ability checks because we are still exhausted. Level 1.
Well, now it's a 9.
Oof.
I had a
Oof.
nat 20.
You got a 9?
You finally got a
Given
20.
exhaustion in my absence, and that took away my 120 I've gotten like all campaign.
You finally got a 20.
I
Roll
rolled
20 is amazing.
I rolled a natural 1 for a total of 2.
Great. Uh-huh. Woo!
All right. So if that's the case, how far up the trail are you putting these?
And if so, it forks, and then it's it's just two separate trails for quite some time.
Yep.
Like half a mile away from them, then.
Okay. So for I need both of you to roll a survival.
Also at disadvantage.
Also a 9.
I also probably wouldn't leave them alone to do that if they're going that far out. So I'd be with one of them.
So I'm just going to go like this.
Um,
That was a second natural 1 for a 6.
I mean, so
Alright.
Saphira's going to go. Like in all honesty, though, Saphira's going to go with one of you. Then I would like Otter.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you know what?
I was going to say that was a
Do you want me to roll
disadvantage. If Saphir
separate?
is helping me, I can tell you
I
what the
want
other roll
like.
was.
Well, I was going to say, Saphira, pick one.
Considering Emerald's slower, probably him.
Okay, so at that point, I also want you to roll a stealth.
Okay.
And Emerald, you don't get disadvantage on
Whoa,
that survival
back.
check.
Then it's a 14.
13 stealth.
Yeah. So, Cricket, Fida, as you guys see Emerald, Saphira, and Tanithil leave the campsite to head towards the forked path in the trail that you guys have been following along. Emerald, you and Saphira, you guys like eventually y'all's path like kind of like separates and breaks, and you guys go kind of like y'all's different directions. Tanithil, I'm going to want you to roll a second stealth.
Okay. 6.
As you're now, if I'm not mistaken, you guys would split at one point because of the two different branching paths. You guys would not stick together, correct?
Right, we want to cast this simultaneously.
Tanithil, I also want you to roll a perception.
10. You're working out this disadvantage on skill checks.
I apologize.
Shit happens.
Don't apologize.
Okay. As Tanithil, as like you're kind of like getting to the edge of the trail and everything, like you're beginning to kind of cast the alarm spell. You hear a set of footsteps coming from behind you. At this point, it's probably I'd say 120 feet coming through the woods. It's not necessarily being quiet per se. It's the person. It sounds like they're just heading directly towards you.
All right. Well, can I see who it is?
I would say like as like you kind of like turn and look, like you're kind of like looking in multiple like different directions, trying to get a bead, but that footsteps is getting kind of like closer and closer. But you're not able to kind of get a good distance. But you do hear at one point the footsteps are not just singular. It's not just one person. You hear what sounds to be possibly be two people heading in your direction. And I would say at this point it's around 90 feet away from you, and it's coming from the dense woods that you're just like. So the trail is there, and then you're in the trail, and then it's just off into the dense woods. Do you want to try and kind of like dive off the trail and hide again, or
I am gonna just put up a rope trick and climb in that and wait till they pass me by.
okay? So you cast rope trick as soon as like you're kind of like climbing up into the rope and you're pulling the rope up and everything. You see one of the mages, because if I'm not mistaken, you can actually look through foul, correct?
I can
Okay.
look through the rope trick, see with my own
Okay.
eyes.
Well, I was just meaning like
Yes,
when
I
foul.
can. I can look through my familiar's eyes as well.
Okay, so earlier, because I just want to make sure, uh, when your familiar was actually looking over the campsite and everything, he actually saw one of the arcane mages that was in the campsite, and one of the kind of flunkies that was kind of like with them emerge from the dense woods. You see the mage just kind of like have his hand kind of like outstretched, looking, and with one hand also just kind of like on his chest. From what you can tell, it looks like they're preparing to cast like mage armor as they're coming on. They're just kind of like looking around, and you see the bandit just kind of like turn to the mage, and he's just like, "Do you see anything?" And mage is just kind of looking. He's like, "Not quite offhand, but we did hear footsteps." I want you to go back into the woods. We'll wait here for a little while. And you just kind of see them back off into the woods. And as you're kind of like watching them, you see them kind of like separate. One kind of goes to the north of your position, the other one goes to the south. And you just see them, the one that's to the south, you're kind of like keeping an eye on, just watching them, and you're just kind of sitting there just off into the woods.
All right. Well, I'm gonna send Fowl to warn Emerald and Stalker that
Yep.
they might have company coming,
All right.
and I'm gonna just like stick my face out of the rope trick and continue working on my alarm. Just start that ritual over.
And they would they actually be able to see your face there or no?
Yeah, if they're there, but I mean, I thought they left.
Well, they are. Like they're just on the outside of, like, I would say each one's about 60 feet roughly.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give them
On
a little bit to
Yeah,
leave the area, then I'll
yeah,
try
like
working again.
that's just why I want to make sure. Like if you're giving them a little bit more time than that.
Yes, they will see a
Okay.
floating face and be
Yeah,
confused or upset with me.
it can be a little concerning. Be like, the heck.
Ghost.
What time
So
of day is
uh,
it actually? It's like middle of the night,
Night.
isn't it?
yeah, it's actually getting close to the evening. So at this point, the bandit would actually have issues seeing Tanithil. Mage, on the other hand, not so much.
them have disadvantage on their perception versus my disadvantage stealth.
So, Saphira, Emerald, as you guys are kind of like making y'all's way to the other trail and everything, y'all, if I'm not mistaken, do get intercepted by Foul, correct? And
Yeah, I'll
warn them
send
if
it
possible.
quickly to reach them.
Yeah, Foul's not that
Mhm.
far behind from them. Can Foul just give them a message, or is it like?
Well, let's see. I can communicate with it telepathically when it's within 100 feet of me, so I can tell it what to do and then send it off. So if you're okay with this, because it doesn't really say how intelligent they are, but familiars are usually more intelligent than average, I could have it like scratch out in the ground incoming.
We tried that last week and it rolled real bad
I'm
on
roll an intelligence
performance.
check. That like your choice, performance or intelligence. Which would you prefer?
I mean, what am I rolling with?
D20.
Okay.
Do you need the owl stats? I do have those.
Yeah, it's probably gonna have pretty bad charisma and intelligence.
Charisma is a -2, intelligence is a -4.
Yeah. So
So when it finds us,
You do have +3 on stealth and perception, though.
yes, owls are stealthy and perceptive.
Like as Saphira, as Emerald, like you and Emerald are beginning to like cast alarm. This out like Foul just and then just lands right right on the ground.
Well, I rolled a
Hey,
15, so
hey,
that'll be a 13
you know,
performance.
you only need a 10.
All right.
Like as
Catch that, and it'll just
Foul
yell at them.
yeah, as Foul just lands, it begins like scratching incoming into the ground with its beak. And just instantly like turns just like hooting at you guys.
go back to Tanithil. We'll handle us when we can handle ourselves.
Its head just turns and then just flies off. Panther, like as like you kind of poke your head out to begin alarm and everything to start casting again, you see Foul just kind of like flying up above, and then just kind of like lands in a tree and hides itself.
All right. Well, I'll have it continue being a lookout for me while I work.
And so
Like, as
here
in,
we'll
like-
do
100
that
feet,
for
it can
Emerald.
tell me if anything's coming in.
As like it lands, it kind of like gets up and just kind of like keeps a radius of you about, I'd say 75 feet out, so it just constantly can tell you what's coming. Roll a perception for the owl.
Perception for the owl, which should be at advantage, I believe.
You bet it
With a
is.
+3.
All right. 5.
Oh my
That's a
god,
pair of
with
twos.
advantage?
That is a pair of
Wow.
twos.
You roll perception.
Uh-huh. With disadvantage, I have a 7.
I love this game.
Going great.
Right?
I'd say
As
manual
like,
dice would be a real good thing right about now.
Uh-huh.
as like
Little talk
They're
about
not
that
helping
fantastic
me
on my
feed
metal
up.
dice.
as like you're in the middle of casting alarm, like you're almost finished, and the bandit that was with the mage earlier just kind of like comes walking up, sword drawn, as like it's just seeing this floating head just sticking out of this like invisible like room, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah, just head and hands casting the spell.
Just
casting the
floating
spell.
Literally
there.
just floating there.
Just floating there. Like he just goes, "Hey, stop right there!" Just like sword out, and like as he says this, you can hear the beginning footsteps of the other person coming in from the other side. Most likely the mage.
I'm just like, I'm like 1 minute from done. I'll be right with you. Can you just give me a second?
He just says, "Either you get out right now, or I cut your head." Just his sword just drawn out. as it's just beginning to like walk closer and closer towards you.
Third option, no, and I just pull my head back in the rope trick.
Gone.
What you gonna do about it?
As like you pull your head back in, the bandit just instantly like turns to the mage or like looks towards the mage. Mage comes around, and he's just like, "Hey, I swear I'm not joking. Floating head." Like the mage just kind of like, floating head, most likely in another, basically a pocket room. The guy's just like, pocket room? We don't have time for pockets. And you're just like, go get the rest. Go get Gerard and Ginnel and tell them to come here. I will stand watch. And you just kind of like, you see the Archmage just kind of like walk around to where the bandit was and just kind of like, just keeping an eye on there as like the bandit runs off towards back to the camp.
Well, while they go get people, we have received a party boon.
Hey,
Hey. Nice.
So roll us a d20 there, DM.
I rolled a 20. The 120 I'm going to get for the evening.
Okay. Roll
Two
two
good
more
trick
d20s.
I rolled 2 more 20s.
Well,
All the
get them
20s
out of
are
the
being
way.
used on us.
I don't understand.
Yes. Thank you.
Roll
No,
another
does he
two
roll-
d20s.
We need
Is it
two
just you, or is it
non-20s.
four this
Four
time?
now?
19 and
Yeah,
a
it's-
5. 19 and a 5.
Okay, Trail. We either
Yeah.
have advantage on our next stealth check or advantage on our next death saving throw.
I'm going to give you a death saving throw at this rate.
Okay.
Because poor Tanithil's in a pickle.
You think. I've decided to change my course of action. The alarm doesn't seem worth it because they're obviously here. I'm going to, within my rope trick, start working on casting Phantom Steed for the next 10 minutes.
I don't know what
And
that
when that is done, I'm gonna have a speedy boy.
does.
Horse comes out of hole in space and
Yeah, out of-
runs.
Horse. You have a horse pocket.
Horse pocket, yes.
Horse pocket.
Viva la Dirt League.
Horse and self pocket.
Yep. So the rope trick is
Like-
big enough to hold 8 medium creatures, so it can definitely hold a horse. And this
Yeah,
horse is gonna come out and charge.
So, like,
This horse
Just
has
don't be
100-foot speed, so it's way faster than even normal horses.
Now the question is, and I didn't actually entirely ask this, you said you're placing this these alarms about what, half mile up the way here from
Yeah.
Yeah.
From their camp.
Okay. So average person can usually run a mile in like 8 minutes.
That's
So-
a really fast mile.
No
That's not that
kidding.
fast a mile.
For the
Are you
average
kidding me?
person.
I can
Don't-
name like 10 people that could do it in under 6.
Are any of them
Yeah,
mages?
that are really fit. Don't get me wrong. These guys can probably do it because they're mercenaries.
Are
Don't
they
get me wrong.
mages or in armor? Is my
Uh,
only question.
I
These
can
ones
do
are
it in
leather
like
armor.
half an hour.
Yeah.
I
Them
can
little-
walk
like
Them
12
little
to 15
legs.
con, and they're not super armored. I think 8 minutes is reasonable.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was like 8 minutes a mile. Yeah, that's like not bad. 10 at
That's
the most.
slightly faster than jogging.
If they were
Yeah.
a regular civilian, I'd be like, what? But they,
What?
like I said, they're mercenaries.
No, I know like 10 people that can do it in under like 6. That's why I'm like, don't think that's
Oh
bad.
yeah, but that's extremely fast. Under 6 is a very
Oh,
fast
yeah.
person.
This is just like this guy's just over a jog pace, so he's probably getting at the campsite at about just at 5 minutes.
4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Reasonable.
So as he's basically telling everybody, grab your stuff, let's go. Like he's pulling them towards where Tanithil is. What is Fowl doing? Is Fowl flying back to Emerald and Saphira?
I mean, it already gave them the message, but I don't really need it to scout now, so I'm gonna have it fly back to our little den with Fida and Cricket. Try and let
Okay.
them know.
It just flies to Fida and Cricket and lands in front of them and begins like trying to like. What do you want to say? Help? I don't know. What do you want
The
to do?
same message.
I mean, yeah.
Incoming. Okay.
Do the same
Roll
thing again.
performance.
Yay. Nope. 3.
Like as it just like
Just hoot out of a
lands
bunch.
lands in front of you there, Cricket and Vita. It just begins like scratching at the ground, and then just like gets like completely like just lost in what it was doing for a brief moment, and just like turns to you guys, just starts like hooting, just constantly.
Something's
Sure.
wrong.
Note.
Something's wrong.
So, Emerald, Saphira, what are you guys doing?
How far
We're
away
just
are
keeping
we?
an eye out.
I would say you guys are probably no more than a half mile, or not even a half mile. I'd probably say hell, maybe 300 yards, 400 yards away from.
If we're both sides a half mile away from their camp, those paths are in opposite directions. We're
They're-
a mile apart.
Yeah, sure. So y'all are, yeah, y'all are actually a lot further away than that than what I'm thinking.
Yeah, so
yeah.
we don't hear shit.
No.
We know they're coming. We don't know how long. Do I still
Or
try?
where from?
Or where from?
Severa's keeping an eye out.
Do we still try and get this alarm out, or what?
That's up to you. I'm keeping an eye out.
It would take me 10 minutes.
I've got pretty good hearing. I can probably hear them coming.
Sure, I will start casting alarm as a ritual, unless I hear otherwise from Stalker.
Okay, Stalker, roll perception.
Okay. That's what I have 23.
23?
Mhm.
Okay. Like as you're keeping on watch, you don't see anything that's out of the ordinary. Panathil, as like you're finishing up casting, you're beginning to hear some extra footsteps just, I would say about 120 feet away from you, just past like out into the dense woods. So you can just see the mage kind of like keeping an eye, like kind of like looking over his shoulder and then looking back to where you are, and he's like keeping a bead on you, his hand stretched out, the other one on his chest. He's paying attention. He keeps calling out to them. It's just like, over here on the trail. We got the one cornered, I think.
See, I'm just disappointed in him because the mage that doesn't cast mage armor until it's actually time to fight is not a prepared mage. So I'm just gonna finish up this Phantom Steed and charge full speed out of this rope trick. It'll be 200
Okay.
feet per round.
You have to
Okay.
ask yourself though, does he believe the other guy?
That's fair as well. But it's a first level spell. If you're out doing anything, just have it on.
Yeah.
And it lasts for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Yes. I will always reserve the right to judge enemy spellcasters. Poor
Anyway.
technique, so unrefined.
So unrefined.
No egg for you.
Yes.
Not everyone's gone to school for however many years.
So if I'm not mistaken, you're bolting out of this thing.
Yeah, just charge on out. Good luck, man.
Oh god. So just like all of a sudden, this horse just emerges from the rope trick room that you built and just bolts out and goes right past the guy. And it is moving at 200 feet, correct? Per
Its speed
round?
is 100, so with dashing it can go 200.
Okay. I'm thinking, I'm debating. Okay, no. All right, so it just bolts right past. He doesn't even expect it. Just bolts past, and you head back towards the den.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's like you're going, the other group basically kind of like shows up, somewhat staggered. You see another mage, I would say about 30 feet to the right of this guy. So basically the mage is here, and then like you're bolting past him, and the guy's like just about 30 feet back. So like I would say from him you're about 170 feet. So you are going to need to roll initiative for 1 round.
Okay. Use up my 1 advantage on initiative.
Yep, pretty much.
10.
Okay. So as like you're basically like kind of like bolting past this guy, the the random mage that like showed up wasn't expecting anything. As like you're bolting past, basically like just turns just whoa, and just like instantly just lets loose a firebolt in your direction. Which, if I'm not mistaken, because like it's just you and him. Like there's just you and that other mage. That's it.
Yeah.
So, what is your AC?
16.
16? Okay. That like it just whizzes right by you, and it's just right off in the distance, lighting up kind of like a path for you. Your turn.
I'm riding right past him right now.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah.
So I'm gonna say so close. I'm proud of you. I'm gonna cast light on an egg and toss it to him. Hopefully should distract him, maybe blind him a little bit in the darkness, and
Yep.
he has his reward for trying to hit me.
Okay.
It was an admirable effort.
As like you just bolt past them, just continue down the road. Like they just start giving chase, but they're just not able to keep up. And I need 2 minutes, guys. Okay, be right back in your turn. All right.
While we do that, can we go to break real quick? Because
Yes,
Gibbon
let's go to
apparently
break.
had to go.
Okay, so we'll take a break real quick. We'll be back in about 10 minutes.
We should try one more time.
Hello?
Why
Do we
is...
have-
Can you hear us now?
Can you hear?
I can hear us coming through the Twitch.
Okay.
Okay.
That was weird.
That was weird. Anyway, that being said,
Did we just
Okay,
miss the best
yeah.
joke of the campaign?
He says it's back.
We
Yeah, I
didn't,
think
but
they
they
did.
did, yes.
they
Well,
did.
And
Tandathil.
the subsequent punishment for it too.
Now we got to say it again.
Lord Tandathil.
Tandathil will take another 3 damage. He's not. He doesn't want to say it again.
Hey, I'll say it.
I mean,
Roll
I'll
a
do it
d6 then.
I am speed.
after.
Ka-chow. Deal with it. It's the only damage I'm gonna take all
Take
session.
4 more.
I take 4 damage.
Anyway, that being said, you guys are y'all running back to the den, or are y'all just gonna stealthily
Stealthing
walk?
back as same speed
Trying
we
to
stealth out.
stealth back, yeah.
Okay,
Which-
roll
Be
stealth
quick,
checks.
but not like sprinting. Quick,
by
and
the way,
quiet.
that stealth check on the way back
Oh,
is
yeah.
a 3.
Nice.
It
Glad
wasn't
we're
a
half
1,
mile out.
but it was a 2.
19 for
1.
me.
Okay. Saphira, what is your stealth?
19.
19.
God, I'm glad we're a half mile out. And they're
You
all
know-
going towards Tanithil.
You know,
Right?
this is fine.
You have to, that is the this is fine, dog. Oh,
This
man.
is fine.
So, if I'm not mistaken, like since this branches, you guys are like kind of like cutting across and then coming back down, correct?
Yeah.
Like, okay. Then I need you to roll survival. One of you.
Okay. I'll do it.
I will give you a guidance.
Which is a what?
A d4 you can add to it.
Okay.
That's 13.
As you guys are making y'all's way back, you can hear off in the distance talking. Like you kind of cut somewhat close to the trail, but far enough away you can hear it talking.
Saphira can remember the terrain. We would have taken the same path back.
Okay. You can
Just
still.
wander.
So how far do you want to be away from the trail then?
Oh, we'd be circumventing around the camp.
Oh, so
I'm-
you'd be like, okay, so
I'm
when the
badly
path-
following Stalker.
Okay, so just so we can be clear on this, moving y'all so I can actually get an idea. Say the camp's here, and then there's a trail that goes like this, and it veers off like that. You guys would basically go like this.
Yeah, essentially
And-
go around it.
hmm
Keep
Okay.
a good distance from it.
Okay,
Whatever pathway the original survival check got us,
okay.
because that's the
So-
terrain she'll remember.
Yeah, the original track for you guys was like this, and Tanithil went like this, essentially.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is why I kind of questioned like when you were talking like the distance between you guys, like here and here wouldn't have been a mile.
Well, we're
Because
a half mile down the trail from the
Right.
camp.
right, this was a half mile.
I think we were thinking you meant that it was like opposite sides of the camp.
No, like it goes by and then it
Okay.
branches off. That's why I was kind of like, okay. But yeah. So anyway, so you basically went this way and then headed back towards the
Oh,
campsite,
no.
correct?
The reason I said a mile is because on the map itself they go in completely opposite directions at the fork, but we can't. We can only see like 60 foot of the trail in any direction on the map.
Right.
So if it forks out like that, yeah, it's not going to be that far apart.
Right. So, anyway, that being said, but that's how you go, just kind of like backtrack around, then go back towards the campsite.
Yeah.
Okay. So as like you kind of get around and everything, the group that confronted Tanithil actually did run back and follow for quite a bit of ways. Do y'all at any point get back on the trail to follow, or do y'all just kind of keep off the outskirts? That's what I want to
Saphira
know.
wouldn't stay on a trail
At all.
No, she's
Okay.
she's more comfortable in the wood itself.
Okay, so you guys would probably be like 100 yards, 200 yards away from the trail at all times.
As long as Emerald's willing to trudge his exhausted, armored self through forest, yes.
Hold on. Here's my survival check to keep up with you. At disadvantage, going through the woods, I do have a +5.
Okay.
So that is a 15 with disadvantage.
Shit, came
Okay,
out better than
so
mine.
you're able to keep up, and you guys are staying about, I'd say about 150, 200 yards away from the trail. Emerald, though, is, you can tell, clearly tired and is occasionally stepping on branches, a lot of tree limbs.
I'm keeping up, but
brush,
I'm making a whole lot of noise in
a
the
lot of racket.
process.
Saphira is absolutely gonna stop at one point at least and be like, "Do you want me to just carry you? You're really tired, and no offense, but you're making a lot of noise."
Roll a persuasion.
Oh, shit. I am not good with that. I am really not good with that.
If it's
Damn, man,
above
you
a
make that
10,
horse.
if it's above a 10, I'll
It's
give
not.
it to you. Okay.
It's a 4.
Piggyback, do it. Piggyback.
It's a 4 with +1.
Like, Saphir is just like trying to be very just straightforward with you, Emerald.
Do you think you could still remain quiet while moving me?
Possibly. I haven't carried someone wearing armor, and tried to move quietly before. Quickly, yes. Quietly, no.
Hmm.
I thought you were going to say no because he said you rolled below a 10.
Same. I did too.
I'm fucking tired, yo.
Makes a big difference.
How much does Emerald weigh?
Hold on. Let me go look at my notes. I weigh 140 pounds plus armor, which... So, call it a little over 200 pounds with armor.
Okay, I'm
And
still
then
going to have you
miscellaneous gear.
I'm glad Saphira is big because she could still move full speed with that much weight.
roll. Okay, you can still move full speed, but I am going to
Oh,
have
yeah.
you roll stealth with
Oh,
disadvantage.
I know. Oh, I know. I saw that coming.
I'm gonna bonk you on the head and give you guidance.
Okay, good.
Rolls
The
Because
a
we're
little
gonna need
toddler
it.
drumming on dad's head.
Man! That was a 19 and a 9, so what's the guidance is a D4?
Yep.
So 13, 16 total. I had a 4 on that guidance.
Nice.
Like, as Saphira is just through the woods, you're staying relatively quiet, but you can hear off in the distance, like, a couple of the people that were, like, following Tanithil just going, he went down this trail. You, take the right side. You, go left, no more than 100 yards. And just, like, kind of, like, fanning out into the woods. You guys are about 200 yards, but they're yelling at this point. Like, they're mad following after Tanithil. So you're staying relatively good. They haven't noticed y'all.
Okay. We will keep moving forward. Depending how close they sound, we may start booking it.
Okay. I would say at one point you guys get no more than about 50 yards away from each other.
That's enough to keep moving quietly and
Yeah.
see if they notice us.
Yeah. In the meantime, Cricket Scubby just enter notepad off in the corner. Fida. At this point, I would say like about 20 minutes after Fowl had like landed and like kind of like scratched into the dirt. Like Tanville, I would say, is bolting up on a horse.
It's majestic and purple.
Beautiful.
I'm not there, but what's his name?
Yeah.
Well, it's lightning, of course.
At least this one is.
Do you want to know what his last name is, Trail?
Yeah, I don't.
It's
Lancers.
McLaurin. I know what you were expecting.
I will make you roll a d10. Don't make me. This only
No.
gets worse for you.
My brain was waiting for his name is Flash. Flash Gordon.
Anyway, Tanville is riding up on this horse, just full gallop. Yeah. Just instant, just boom, there.
Flip the mane in slow motion.
I have arrived. Slow motion about this.
I have arrived. A distraction egg should keep us safe for the time being.
Take it has gone well.
No, it did not. But I
Where
can
are the
say
others?
the alarm was successful in that I can tell you for certain they are now on the path. I sent
Well,
Fowl
yeah.
to alert the others that they had incoming, and he was successful in that. I realized he did not successfully scrawl in the dirt for you and Cricket. I will start writing notes
Point.
to attach to him.
I'm gonna point to the dirt where like these scratches.
Yeah. Fowl, I'm disappointed in you. This is Chicken
Mm.
Scratch. I was expecting Owl Scratch. What's going on, man?
He just and then just flies off.
I was hoping for
He
foul
was frantic
language.
enough to indicate something was wrong.
If we could have foul language, then we wouldn't have any issues. It would just tell you what's going on.
We'll have to work on that. I just need to learn how to speak with them. Do we have any idea where the others are?
Well, they should be on their way back, but they probably can't conjure their own majestic horse, so
I
it could
doubt
be a
it.
bit. We could regroup with them or wait for them to arrive here.
Did they see which way you were coming? Is there any indication they're coming this way?
Well, they should be able to track me because I rode a horse at extremely fast pace through the forest.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly stealthy here. I'm gonna send Fowl to see if he can locate Emerald and Stalker. Make sure they're doing all right.
So I just want to go ahead and like draw this up real quick. So like the den kind of like goes like this. Like just letting you know. And then the pathway is kind of like this.
Okay.
And then you get a bunch of where's a green? There's a green. You get a bunch of trees just all through here.
How much of a camp did we set up in this area? Did we set up a camp at all?
I don't know. It's up to y'all.
Pretty much
I would
the
say
first
y'all.
thing we were doing was going to alarm the trail. Though you and Cricket could set up stuff while we were gone.
Well, I would have set up
Yep.
some things, but if there's a fire, I put it out. Otherwise, I don't think we would have set up a fire because we're trying to remain
Please, yeah,
stealthy.
please don't start a fire.
I can control it though.
Yeah, we're gonna
Alright,
make our
so-
campsite glow. Good luck finding it.
All right.
I'll
So
turn the
anyway,
flames black. It's all
Mhm.
good.
so you're saying you sent Foul back out, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, want him to find Stalker and Emerald, make sure they're doing okay.
Roll a perception.
Okay. At 20 plus 3, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So
23.
plenty.
Like he just flies and he's just like kind of like flying over him and he sees them. They're about
Just like this.
pretty much.
You can just keep putting guidance on Stalker. Just tap 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 tap.
They're
tap.
about a half mile away from you guys. The group that you bolted from Tanthil, which included both mages, one of the heavy fighters, and 3 of the flunkies, essentially,
Mhm.
are heading in your direction. They were able to kind of pick up eventually the horse trail that you left behind. Emerald, Saphira, you guys, as you're making way towards the camp, are realizing you're not losing them. You're staying right next to them, essentially, and they're heading in y'all's same direction that you guys are headed towards.
I'm just gonna pause and let them keep going for a bit so they're away from us then.
Okay. All right. I need. Okay, so I'm gonna need Cricket. One sec. Player characters. All right. So we got Fida here. We have Cricket. And then we have Tanathil. Fida, can you move your token? No, you cannot.
I don't know if I can. Have it on the arrow.
Yeah, I
Nope,
can't
I
move
have
mine.
no control of it.
There we go.
I-
You have control now.
I can draw rulers on with it. But that's
Right,
about it.
and then
Yeah, I can move me.
Tanathil, do you have control? No, you do not. Okay, I'll fix that by next session. Alrighty. So
Okay. Like, can
Next
I have it
session.
now as well?
I mean, like permanently fix it, not just yeah.
Right.
So
You just have to stand right there for the rest of this.
I don't
And
agree.
I'll bring us back to this screen so we can bring
Have they
everyone
followed
else
him
in.
all the way back?
you do realize he bolted down the trail on a horse, right?
At 200 foot every 6 seconds.
I mean, yeah, it'll take them a while to catch up, but it's gonna be very easy to track.
Right. Like I'm not saying like they're there now
Alright.
yet. I'm getting the
Oh,
map
okay,
prepped.
okay. I was like, what? I'm seeing tokens pop up. I'm like, what? Already?
You guys are half mile away. You're not that far away.
We're a handful of rounds.
Right. You guys are a handful of rounds. Like you guys are like letting them go and they're continuing forward. So Tanathil, Fida, you guys have about 5 minutes. Figure out what you're gonna do. Right?
All right.
What
Well,
you're planning on doing? Cat.
gonna continue screwing with these guys, and I'm gonna have Foul dive bomb one of the mages.
Okay.
Like, he can't
Like-
attack, but he can like do the big wing flutter right in his face, and then I will dismiss him right as soon as the mage starts reacting to it. So just big ol' owl pops up right in front of the guy as he's running, flaps a whole bunch, and then just vanishes.
It's like you kind of like do this, like the mage just and like tries to hit Foul with a firebolt, like as like he flutters. You dismiss him, correct? Like as he like
Right.
kind of like flaps his wing, he like just as like he casts firebolt, like he just like dissipates, and the firebolt just continues onward, and the mage is just like, Boston, what mage? Continue on the trail. One second. You're gone. Go. Sorry.
I don't want to lose my familiar, so I'm not gonna do that again. But it was fun to do once.
All right. So they're continuing. They're, I would say, about a quarter of a mile away at this point. After a couple of minutes, what are you guys prepping to do? Like, are y'all going to stay here? Are you going to try and leave?
Is there any way that we can see where how far away are Stalker and Emerald? Can you bring Fowl back to see how close they are?
I mean, yeah. Are they still keeping pace with the
They said they
other
stopped.
guys?
They stopped for a brief moment. I would say that they probably let them get about what? Probably about 50 yards ahead of you guys, or would you have let them go further?
50 yards is good distance.
Okay, so
It's like
about
150 feet, so
that's 150 feet. Yeah.
All right, so if we've got Emerald and Stalker coming up behind them when they finally get here, I'm going to scrawl a quick note to tie to Fowl's leg to send to them so that he doesn't have to try to scratch in the dirt as they're running by. And just say, prepare for a pincer move as when they get to our den. Send that to drop off at Piggyback Emerald.
Alrighty. As you send off Fowl and everything, you begin hearing footsteps in the dense forest. Go zoom in here. You see that the the mercenary group has kind of like began to fan out and just kind of like begin wrapping around the den because if like as they were like coming up the trail, they saw the horse trail just veer off, and they're just kind of at this point spacing themselves out and moving in y'all's direction. This guy's gonna be about right here, actually.
I like your horse drawing.
Thank you.
it is perfect. It's majestic hair and everything. Majestic mane.
As like they're beginning to like kind of like close that distance. I want to roll for initiative.
We do
As
get
they're getting
advantage
up-
on initiative.
Can I prep a couple things?
Yeah, you can. Like
Yeah.
this is just rolling for initiative and prepping some stuff. Okay.
That
Okay.
way you can get it ready ahead of time. Do you want us
Yep.
all to do that so you can get it out of the way?
Nope. You guys basically on y'all's turn are still gonna be running.
Okay.
Just
I just wanna
double checking.
start a blade song.
Initiative is technically an ability check, yeah?
I do believe it is.
Okay. Disadvantage for exhaustion.
But advantage for Boone.
But
we still have
advantage
the
for
boon.
one boon. Tanithil used theirs.
Yep.
So I rolled a 7 into 19 plus 2, so I have a 21 initiative.
Okay.
Well, I guess you gotta stick me with the 22, but my disadvantage roll was a 19 and a 20.
Nice.
Alright, so he rolled a 21, he rolled a 9, he rolled a 15. He rolled a 7. It's not what I wanted. Okay. And 9. He got a 4. Alright. Fida, what'd you get? 21?
I got a 21, yes.
Alright. What a cricket roll. There, Saphira.
Oh, that's right. She got a terrible roll. 12.
Oh, alright. So, okay, I'm gonna put these in order. Fida goes first. Alright, then this guy is ahead of cricket. Then 7 goes here. 9 goes here. Okay. All right. So, what do you want to prep there, Tanithil?
I just want to start my blade song.
Okay.
I'm not a noob mage, so I've had mage armor going this entire time.
Well, these guys are also going to make sure that they've got mage armor going as well at this point.
Good
I
for them.
imagine
I'm
after
so proud.
chasing you.
Yeah. So they are also prepping mage armor, so like they're kind of like coming up to you at this point. So you guys begin hearing the footsteps of through the dense forest of these guys kind of like moving. They're basically kind of like surrounding the entrance of this den that you guys are staying in. Tenethil, you're up. You're about, if I'm not mistaken, from the entrance of the actual den, they're 30 feet. So you're 45 feet from the closest.
Yep, so I'm going to get on my horse with half of my movement and valiantly ride toward the caster over here.
Okay.
The horse, I'm going to have tried to kick the guy with its grand +2 to hit with a 4.
Like as like the
Never
horse just
mind.
galleys up and like turns to like kick, the mage like just jumps to the side, out of the way.
So as a bonus action, I'll start my Spirit Shroud and then attack him myself. I'm going to use a Rapier Charge to have advantage on the attack,
Okay.
and that'll be a nat 20.
Nice. Okay, so like as you just like his movement basically cuts right into it, just like slashes like right across his chest. How much damage is that?
I guess that roll is not your system, so just taking the second rolls, we've got 11, 13,
Close.
21,
Yeah.
27 damage.
7 damage. Nice. Just straight across his chest. You can see him just kind of like grab at it. He's gonna make a, if I'm not mistaken, a con save, correct?
If he's concentrating on anything.
Yep, con save. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Mage Armor is a concentration spell, correct?
No.
No, it is
Mage
not.
armor is just up for 8 hours.
Yep, I
That would
apologize. My bad.
really suck if you just randomly
Yeah.
lose your armor in the middle of combat.
It would suck. All right, so is that it for your turn?
I am going to get off the horse because I don't like the idea of it randomly disappearing while I'm on it.
Okay, so you're gonna kind of like get off and move away.
Yeah, I'll just hop off right beside this guy. That will be it for my turn.
Right. I was debating whether or not that would actually count as a leaving an attack of opportunity. But I'm not gonna do that.
Should be right beside him the whole time.
Yeah. All right, Fida, your go.
I am going to. Let's see. This dude here, bonus action, cast Hex on him, and then I'm going to Eldritch Blast him.
All right.
Give him disadvantage on stealth. Feel our pain.
What's the roll for Eldritch?
Sorry, my dice actually was like dropping off the desk there. Nope.
Yep.
That is an 11 plus what? So that is a 19 for the first one to hit, and for the second one is a 15 plus 8, 23 to hit for the second one.
Like with one hand, like instantly throw a hex, and then just kind of like back up with like 2 more casts for 2 Eldritch Blasts, correct?
Yeah, 2 Eldritch Blast.
Like just pelt this guy both directly, just like in the chest. As like he's just kind of like knocked back and like kind of like hits up against a tree. Roll damage.
First one is 10 plus 2 necrotic, and second one is 15 plus 2 necrotic.
Right, so
So
15 and
25 plus 4.
right, so 29 total. Like just pelts this guy like directly in the chest, and he just like as like he hits the tree, just collapses on the ground, falls over. All right. Like this guy, like kind of like just sees his buddy off in the like kind of like off to the left, kind of like just drops. Also sees Tanthil over there. Instantly makes his way towards Tanthil. Third.
Hello there.
Hello. And he's going to like as like he kind of like runs up, just instantly like swings with his sword. 17 to hit.
Miss.
Like you just kind of like jump back for a second, come right back in as he misses, and then this guy is dead. Cricket's turn.
She is going to use a key point to step up the wind herself over. To dash as a bonus action and step of the wind over to help Tanithil out. That takes 55 movement. No, she has more than that. She has 40, so she can move a little bit more. And will come at him with the quarterstaff immediately.
All right, bandit. Okay. Roll to hit.
A plus 8, 16 to hit.
That hits.
So a d8 plus 5, 6 damage. We're level 5, so she has extra attack, right?
Yeah.
So she will swing at him a second time, although yeah, she'll probably move around behind him and swing again.
Okay.
That's 17 to hit that time.
That
So,
hits. Like she's just nailing with the quarterstaff, just whack, whack, like one in the back of the head, the other one in the legs. Guy's like kind of like locking, trying to hold himself up.
11 damage with that one.
11 damage. How much was the first one?
6.
Well, that doesn't actually do it. So okay. So that's not it for Cricket's turn, correct?
That is it. That's bonus
Okay.
movement and action.
Alrighty.
If I may, for just a second, I forgot to mention, because I killed the dude, I get 8 temporary hit points as well.
Awesome. All right.
Nice.
This guy like
Logic jokes, and Trail will only punish you in your temporary hit points.
Yes, I have a little bit of leeway here now.
like as like you guys are like being like team up on this bandit and everything, and the mage is like watching you guys just wail on him. The guy at the very far end, seeing his buddy get dropped, instantly makes a book towards Fida. Ready? He's gonna do 2 runs. Same with actually, hold up. This guy is on it like as like you guys are kind of like nailing, he just says, fuck this, and he just instantly backs up. 10, 15, 25, 30. Cricket and Tanithil are both going to get an attack of opportunity, if I'm
Stab.
not mistaken.
I will stab.
Because if I'm not mistaken, y'all haven't used y'all's reactions, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Is that 10 to hit?
That is a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Alright, okay, I shouldn't have rolled the green flame blade there. That is 10 damage then.
All right. How much what did Cricket roll?
18 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
So So she'll swing out with the quarterstaff. That was 8 plus 5 is 13.
13 damage?
Yes.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah, that was a max damage from the staff.
Like as like you guys like hit this guy, like he's like barely standing up as he kind of like he walks back. And he just kind of like looks at y'all as he's about 30 feet and just raises his hand up and then he casts fireball in y'all's direction. So I
Is he
need
nuking his own guy.
he is.
All right.
I
He don't
need
give a shit.
Nope. I need a dex save from both Tanithil and Cricket.
12.
Does she have? No, she gets evasion at 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken,
Dex
fireball is just
save.
a straight up dex save, correct?
Yeah, it's a dex
Evasion
save.
has the ability to negate it entirely, though.
Yeah, evasion is against AoEs. The 14.
Right. All right, so 31 fire damage. That so half is 15, but she has evasion, so she misses.
No,
She
she
doesn't
doesn't.
get hit.
No, she
She
doesn't
does
get
not
that
have
till
evasion.
7.
Oh,
What
it doesn't,
what
so
is
she-
the DC?
14.
Okay, so she just made it. She had 14
Okay.
exactly.
Okay, so I take
Okay.
the 31.
So
Yeah.
I
15
will make my con
damage to
save
her.
just fine.
This guy's gonna have to still roll.
Oh,
No.
can you move that guy 10 feet back up because his speed is reduced by 10?
Oh, okay. All right. From your effect?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
The
that.
Spirit Shroud.
Does that put him in range of the fireball?
I mean, he doesn't have to put himself in range of the fireball.
Oh, that's the
Right.
one that was casting it. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
This guy just instantly obliterated.
Yeah.
31 points towards Tanithil
Yep.
and 31 points towards Cricket. Or no, not Cricket, because she did not get hit. I apologize.
She takes 15.
She takes 15. Yeah, she did. She did
Oh
get
yeah.
hit.
Oh yeah, she did 15. All right. The guy to like the far end just like instantly like looks up, hearing this explosion going off in the distance, like instantly just kind of like looks towards this guy here and kind of like holds off on moving or anything, and the guy just goes, "Deal with the one in the cave," and like he just instantly books it towards Fida. And this guy is just going to move over, but not actually do an action. Tanithil, you're Saphira, Emerald. I know you guys are actually still technically here. I figured for this round you guys are still booking it towards
Yeah.
the group.
No worries.
Okay.
I knew
Yeah.
what was going on.
We're a distance out. I'm not surprised.
Right.
Once
I'm holding
I
on
will
to ear
say-
tufts.
Okay.
I will say once Saphira can see them, well, once Saphira can see them, she'll ask Emerald if he wants to keep rushing or if he wants her to start shooting, because she can fire at them from this distance, but
You can get me there a whole lot faster than I can get me there.
then she'll just keep dashing all the way.
All right.
So apparently Saphira is a reindeer.
Or a steed.
Tanithil, you're up.
So I'll
I
move
don't
up
need a
to
spell for a
Elfcaster,
steed.
and I will stab once more.
All right. 23
So-
hits.
Oh, yeah, that's the nat 20.
Oh,
Hey!
It's
Look at you
working
go.
today. Okay, so then add
How do you
on
want this guy to die? Because, like, yeah, he's
24.
dead.
So that's going to be a total of 50. Sorry, I do have to roll the last one. So 46 damage to him.
Like, you just, like, instantly do, like, a cut, and then just right back across his chest. His head just flies off, and, like, you just cut right back down across his chest, and he just folds apart and just crumbles.
I gave you an egg. Why would you fireball me? That was so mean. Then I'm going to back up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And Misty step way back over here, because that fireball hurt me very bad.
Eric's like, I'm out of here, guys. I'm done.
I'll be back in a little bit.
That's fun.
That's my
This-
turn.
This is fine.
Vita, your go.
I'm gonna cast darkness on the guy right in front of me.
Okay.
It's a big area. You could get like the whole mouth of the cave.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a circle, right? Darkness.
It is a 15-foot radius circle.
Okay.
And no, actually, I'm going to cast it. Why can't I do that? Of course
Draw
not,
a circle.
yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, so
So if I'm not mistaken,
if
it
I
would
do that there.
be.
Now I'm going to cast it right on this square right here.
Okay. That did not work according to plan.
Nope.
Okay.
Draw
So-
circle.
Right. I was trying to.
5, 10, 15 foot radius. Is that it? Can I actually move that though? Is the real question.
Yep. If you go
Yes.
back to the cursor, you can
Yeah,
move it.
I,
What? There's so many
Oh
shapes
my
showing up.
God. What
yeah,
is
the little red circle I
happening?
will get rid of in just a second, but I'm just gonna draw my own circle of darkness.
I can't move it because. Yeah.
That's
So you
Got
cast-
that I'm gonna cast darkness right there. I am going
Okay.
to, with my bonus action, move hex onto this dude right here, so he is now hexed.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my turn.
All right. Like as like you just cast like hex on this guy, because I'm not saying he's up, right? No, it's this guy that's dead. All right, never mind. Boink, cricket, your go.
Her go. The ones next to her are dead, so none of them are chasing Tanathil, but they're chasing Fetus. So she's going to run over to this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, plenty. And swing with the staff first. Ah, that was so close. It was a 19 plus like 8. Yeah,
I'm gonna
plus
say
8.
that if I'm not mistaken, he can use Misty Step as a reaction. Nope, bonus action. My bad. Bonus action. Never mind.
yeah.
Yeah.
Go away. So 27 to hit.
All right, that hits.
It's 10 damage.
Okay.
Circle should be a bit bigger. Oops.
Take another swing is another 19. Really? So close. Is 8 damage on that one, and then she will just use an unarmed strike without flurry of blows for her bonus action, which is a 13 to hit.
Okay. 13 does not hit.
Okay.
27 did. The 13 does not.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
one more
that was 10 and 8 damage.
And then 8 damage.
Yes.
So
for
18
the-
total. Like
for the
so.
staff
Like,
attacks.
all right. So Cricket just starts wailing into the mage here, just trying to like knock him off, dealing 18 damage. If I'm not mistaken, she got one more hit or no?
No, she missed the unarmed strike.
If
Both
you do
of the
flurry
staff
blows,
attacks were
you have 2
27.
unarmed strikes.
Didn't do that.
Okay.
Yeah, flurry. Oh, okay. So, as like she's just wailing into this mage, the bandit that was like up on Fida, who can't see now. Okay.
Give him disadvantage on perception.
Oh, he gets
Huh?
disadvantage on attacks. He gets disadvantage on everything while he's in there. He can't see anything.
I mean, like
No,
with your
like-
axe.
Like all he's like gonna do is just like instantly just kind of like what the hell, and like just moved in a random direction, and
Because he
technically
can't see.
Fida can see. Right, Fida, you can see, correct?
I cannot see through magical darkness.
Not yet.
Oh, so like you just like see him just kind of like move this way and just like kind of like bumps into this like the side of the wall there.
I can see him now, though.
Right, like kind of like it's like you just see him like kind of like coming out with like his hands and just like right into the side of the cave. And he's just like, oh, and like instantly like, kind of like turns around. He only used 15 feet of his movement for that.
Okay.
But he's gonna make his way back up,
Cool.
and he's gonna make a swing at you.
Okay.
21 to hit.
That is going to hit me.
Okay. Like he just kind of like comes at you like with a really quick like slash with his sword. 3 slashing.
Oh, I only have 5 temp hit points now.
The other guy is actually going to take a moment to look. Gets disadvantage, correct?
For what?
This guy. To see through the
If
dark.
he cannot see in magical darkness, if he does not have true sight or he does not have devil's sight, he cannot see a damn thing.
Okay. Calm down.
Yeah,
He's
same
not
goes for
blind.
everyone here.
Yep.
Can I ask
Nobody
the
can
DM to
see.
roll a quick d20? We have received another
6.
party boon.
Oh, thank
Hey!
you.
6
This guy's going to
are-
head this.
Oh, welcome,
Okay,
wise guy.
I need you to roll a d6 now.
3.
Our movement
This
speed is
guy-
increased by 10 foot for the next 3 hours.
This guy like moves in the opposite direction of like where he was wanting to go. He like begins heading towards Cricket. Nez like he kind of like notices that he's like kind of like went in the wrong way. Like he kind of like looks to the mage that's like dealing with Cricket. He's like, I'll deal with the bird. Is like he's making his way and he says, just blast the fucking entrance, and just like points towards the den, and just instantly just like goes ham on Cricket. If I'm not mistaken. Yep. Okay. All right. And like as he's like he just kind of like moves up. I apologize by this. I actually do not have the right weapon for that, so I have to do rolls.
Isn't it the caster's turn?
No. Oh yeah, it actually is the caster's turn. No, wait, this was dead. Nope, wait, actually. Oh, I'm out of turn. I apologize. Thanks, Tanithel.
On the wrong enemy.
I
Wrong
left
enemy.
for-
Well, he goes
Okay,
after
you
this one
was-
anyway, so it's really not that big a deal.
It doesn't matter much, but just so you know where you're at.
Yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna say like he held his action. Like he was holding, just kind of like shit, trying to figure out what was going on, and then this guy comes out. That fixes everything. All right. So this guy rolled, if I'm not mistaken, 18 for the first roll on Cricket.
18 is not hitting. She has a 20 AC,
Okay, and then the next one actually is 20 total.
so that'll hit.
So that does hit. All right. And then okay, so 8. If I'm not mistaken, that'd be this. $11 points of slashing damage. Like he just kind of like walks up with his greatsword, just like slices like right down on the side of Cricket.
You said 11?
Yep.
No, wait.
And then the mage here is just gonna instantly like kind of like turn and just fire a fireball in that direction. Okay then. for once, I'm actually apparently rolling decent, I guess, for an evening. I don't know.
I think we've all been rolling all over the place at this point.
I like for like the entire campaign have rolled less like I've rolled above 15s more today than I have the entire campaign.
What were you rolling for Fireball? That's just a save, isn't it?
Yeah.
It
roll
is. I was rolling to see whether or not he actually even got even close to Fida.
Oh, shooting it through the
for
darkness.
firing
Okay.
through the darkness.
Right,
Okay.
like he's
Okay.
throwing through the darkness. I'm like, roll to
Did
see
it
if he
get
actually
close to
even
me?
gets
Did
close.
it?
Yes.
Okay. And that's fire
Yeah.
damage, so I automatically take half because I'm me.
Okay.
He
But you still gotta take a
flees.
deck save.
Yeah, you might get to quarter it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you make the save, whoa, what is happening? Oh. Oh, well, thank you, wise guy, for
Thank
the
you.
subs. The gift subs.
Yeah,
you
my
said-
dude.
Thank you for the subs, but you also baned me, so I'm mad at you.
What'd you roll for the save?
I rolled an 11, plus I'm going to favor of the gods for another... plus another 6, so 17.
Math is hard. 18 plus 7?
25.
25. So 35 total. So cut that in half, then cut it in half again. So 15, 16, 17. Then half of that is. Someone help here.
What were you having? Sorry, I missed it.
16?
It was 35. So half of 35 is 15. Half of 15 is.
Half of 35 is 17.
5 is 17. Half of
17.
that is
I
8.
can't do math today.
So 8.
8. All right. So 8 points of fire damage there, Fida.
Okay, so I take 3 points total. All right.
And the bandit also has
It
to
was-
roll. The bandit
Those
got
have
like
twice.
blasted. Huh?
That was half twice already, Fida.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I still have
10 pit points.
Oh,
Yeah.
but
Temporary-
what
yeah,
actually hit
temporary
your
hit
hit points? Okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
like
Yeah.
3 to your hit points.
This guy got blasted up against the wall and is dead.
Man, I didn't get to hit him.
All right. I would say that you guys, Saphira and Emerald, you guys are coming in at the end of this round. Just letting you know.
At the end of the current round or the one that's starting now?
The one that's starting now. At the end of this one, you guys will be getting there. We'll roll y'all's initiative in place where y'all need to be, and
Okay.
you guys will be right at the edge of the trail on the other side. Okay. Just letting you know. So, Tantho, you're up.
Alright, well, with the boon we've been given, my speed is now 50, so I'm gonna speed on up here and flank this guy
Okay.
and stab like I do. Advantage is a good thing. So how's a 24 to hit?
If I'm not mistaken, that does actually hit. That does.
Hope. So my Bane was my next attack that hits, deals minimum damage. So instead of what you see there, it is going to be. Wait. Yeah, so that is going to be a total of 6 damage to the guy in the armor. And then the caster takes 7 fire damage as the green flame jumps to him from the armored guy.
So, how much is the mage taking? 7?
Mage takes 7.
Okay.
Fighter takes 5.
Can
So
I ask
fighter
a
takes
question?
5 damage.
Sorry,
Yeah.
fighter takes 6.
6. Yep. Question.
If we know we're running into combat, would I be able to prep something along the way?
Yes. You could. I would say like you would have an inclination that there's possibly combat going on. So yeah.
Okay.
Possibly. There's fireballs going off. You know,
Right.
there
Yeah.
might be something happening up there, guys.
As
Right.
we're running up, Emerald is going to bonus action to use Tales from Beyond to determine a tale that I can send out. So I'm just going to roll that. And what the hell is that?
My next full rest is halved.
Hey,
Okay.
stay up with me.
Yep.
Um.
Okay. So
Also, I should have rolled a concentration to maintain the darkness when I was
Fireball went
hit.
off. Yeah.
did
Yeah.
you roll it?
I did.
I
I rolled a
did.
19 plus con save, or for
You're fine.
You're
so
fine. Is that it for your
10.
turn there,
I
Tanathan?
just rolled it.
Yeah, that is everything.
Right. Beta, your go.
Sorry, I noticed that because I was checking to see how I can dismiss this. Where's my character sheet? Too many windows open.
Anything with
Growing legs
concentration,
and
you can just
trying to
stop
escape.
concentrating.
Yeah, you just done. It's
Yep.
gone.
You can roll a d20 there, Fida. You have received a boon.
I did. I halved my next
Long
resting.
rest.
My next long rest
Okay.
is
Which is
half.
nice.
Just making sure
So-
you saw it.
I absolutely did. Multiple monitors are a great thing. All right, I am going to stop concentrating on darkness. I am going to be incredibly annoyed with this dude, and I'm going to hex them, and then I'm going to Eldritch Blast them.
All right. Fire away.
With the two beams. First one is a 18. Second one
That hits.
is a 22.
They both hit. Roll damage.
Is a d10 each, plus a d6 each. Where's my 56? I have lost a dice. That's it. 8 plus 4 and 16. So 16 and 12. So 26. 28.
28 damage.
28, yep.
Like this guy's just kind of like barely holding on. Like he's just kind of like standing there, like one like as like you kind of like Eldritch Blast like in the he's like holding himself up with one hand on his like leg, the other one is just kind of like raising his hand to get ready to try and cast a spell. Cricket,
I'm gonna
it's your
shout,
go.
stop the mage, catch the other guy.
Yes, please.
Cricket
Being
is
fireballed
going
isn't
to
fun.
attack the mage with the staff and just whack him in the face. That is a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah.
I was mad at d6.
So minimum damage is a 6. Oh wait, that's a 7,
have
not a
minimum?
1. I'm a derp. That's no, I thought I rolled a 1, but it was a 7. 12 damage.
Like she just as like she does, like he just instantly like kind of like spins around, just collapses to the ground.
Hooray!
Okay. Then she's going to turn to the other one and with an unarmed attack try to non-lethally take him down. 23 to hit,
That hits.
and he's gonna need a Constitution saving throw. Yeah, stunning strike.
15.
15 is a failure by 1. It's a 16 DC, so he is stunned
Can't do anything
Alright.
his next turn.
Yes.
for. Oh, wait, what is her unarmed? D6. So 9 damage, and he is stunned. And his open hand. That's only on flurry blows. Okay. He's stunned till end of her next turn, so she's going to try and restrain him, or indicate to Tanathil to help restrain him.
Yeah, Phil's turn.
Do we roll
Well-
initiative at this point?
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys roll initiative, and I'll put y'all in y'all's proper spots.
Hey, my dice actually like me for this one. That's an 18 and a 19 for a total of 19 on initiative.
I have a. Where is it? Where's the thing? Yeah, 13 for Sapira.
This guy's not going to make it to his turn. I don't even think I need to actually continue combat here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a grappling kind of guy, but I'll like
Yeah, I was
point a
gonna say.
sword at him, like, okay, just drop it. We're done. Fight's over. Let's move on before things need to get more stabby.
Is that what you're doing on your turn?
Yeah, I'll just prepare to attack him if he tries to swing at anyone.
Fetus, go.
I am going to move the hex from this one onto him, and I'm going to hold my action to attack, but I am going to move myself closer. About there.
What ability is hexed?
Hmm?
What ability is hexed?
We'll say strength.
Emerald,
seems
your
good.
go.
How does everybody look? Because there's a lot of dead stuff, and one
Tanithil
guy
looks-
kind of frozen in the middle.
Tanithil
Anethil
looks
is
like-
severely burned.
Yeah, you can tell like he's been through hell. Fida looks like she's no, she hasn't. She doesn't even look singed because she's had temporary hit points.
Practically
Cricket.
fine.
It's a little beat up, but you've seen her worse.
Yeah.
The real
Well.
question is, how far can you reach?
I am going to reach out a first level Cure Wounds to Cricket.
Okay.
Or not Cure Wounds,
Oh,
the ranged
Healing
one.
word?
Healing Word.
I
Healing
was
word.
like, oh really?
Cure Wounds doesn't reach that far, that's touch.
Yeah.
I got little
I
feet.
was
I
gonna
can't
say,
get all
you
the way
have
the
I
hell
think
over
there's
there.
that?
something that lets it reach that far, but
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
gotta
know
be
what it
magic.
is.
You could get there because of our boon.
I could?
Your little
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
we
extra
have
10
extra
foot.
movement speed.
Can I actually get there?
7 squares.
Oh man! I can!
You just hopping off Saphira?
I cannot move my token though.
Oh.
Well,
God did not give me permission to move.
My bad.
Stalker put me
Hey.
down. I want to go.
There you go.
mew.
I am going to come up here. We're going to bonus action Healing Word Cricket. That's a
Okay.
3 on the die plus 4. So she will regain 7. Hold on here. And I would like to tell her to knock him out using Voice of Authority.
Ooh.
Like
When
she
I
can,
cast-
or is that like
When I cast a spell of a spell slot of first level or higher and target an ally, that ally can use the reaction immediately after the spell to make one weapon attack against a creature of my choice that I can see.
Oh.
now he's
Okay.
stunned? He can't actually use reactions, correct?
He cannot use reactions, but Cricket sure as
Right.
hell can.
All right.
So
Sure,
I
you
am
go.
going to tell Cricket to knock him out. And I will finish my turn by pumping.
Ooh.
Nope, can't do that. I can't get all the way to Tanithil. Can I? No, I can't make it to Tanithil.
Nah.
So I will use my action to give Tanithil the tail that I rolled. Let me pull that back up here real quick.
Tell me a story.
Yes.
These stories are great.
Hold on while I find it. Okay. I will tell you a story of beloved friends. Tanithil and a creature of Tanithil's choice within 5 feet of him, if he so chooses, gains temporary hit points equal to
Ooh, yay.
my Bardic Inspiration die and my Charisma modifier. So that's a 6 plus 3. So you gain 9 temporary HP.
All right. I am going to choose to not give that to the enemy that's within 5 feet of me.
Yes. But crickets, do you think?
That was an
Superior, your go.
18 is why am I? It was so her attack is a 26 to hit. Jesus,
He's-
I'm rolling all the high rolls on her attacks.
He just instantly is knocked down, just collapses to the ground.
Yeah, so that one's automatically a crit.
Oh, that's true. Cause stun.
All right.
So seeing the last enemy collapse, Saphira will stop booking it, and everyone standing. Saphira will stop booking it and glance around. Do the number of bodies match?
No, there's clearly one missing.
There is one more of the number we counted in camp.
Actually, there's two. One similar to this guy's stature, and another kind of flunky that's
So
still left
then
behind.
she is wheeling around and keeping an arrow knocked and an eye on the woods.
Okay.
Tanithel, can you send Fowl out to see if we can find them? See if Fowl can see them?
I suppose I can. I'll send him out.
I think it's going to be the best way for us to
How
find.
far out is Fowl gonna go?
I'll send him to the camp first, just watching along the way to the camp, and then if it doesn't find him there,
The two other guys you actually
Start
find at
circling
the
around.
camp.
I'm
They're,
also going to cast Cure Light Wounds on Tanithel,
ooh,
the second level spell slot.
You see the two other guys at the campsite there, Tanithel. Just kind of watching, keeping post.
all right. So the last two probably don't know that all their friends are dead.
Regain 17 hit points, Tanithel.
Thank you. I'm feeling much better now. Shall we go pay them a visit and then maybe sleep in their camp instead of a hole in the ground?
I think we need to ask a few questions of this guy here. Maybe we can get some more to ask them questions too.
Yeah, we
I'd
can
like to
drag
know
him
where
along.
they're from.
How long is he knocked out for there, Emerald?
I didn't knock him out.
I thought you
Hit
said
him.
it.
That's a cricket thing.
Cricket hit him. That's
Yeah.
up to you. How long
Voice
you
of
thought that-
authority, just let cricket make another attack as a reaction.
Oh.
If I use a spell targeting an ally that is
I-
first
like,
level
you
or
s-
higher, they can immediately use the reaction to make an attack on a creature of my choice. So I walked up,
Oh.
healed cricket, and went hit him.
I thought that, like, what you're saying is, like, knock him out. I thought that actually allowed him to be knocked out. I
No,
apologize.
that was just telling her to slap
How
the
much
shit out of
damage
him.
was that?
I didn't roll the actual damage because you didn't ask, but I can do that now.
Do that.
Crit damage.
Oh wait, that was a crit. So 2, 5 plus another 8 is 15.
15?
15.
Okay. Shit. If I'm not mistaken, then Saphira, you're up.
I mean, she would have done the same thing that I said anyway.
Okay.
Since they're all right around him.
Just keep
Crickets.
pummeling until he drops.
Cricket's turn.
Okie doke. That's 22 to hit on that one.
That hits.
10 more damage.
That's still a crit.
It's still a
Oh,
crit.
Anything that hits till the end of her turn, he's still stunned.
Right.
is the end of her turn?
Does
Yeah, it's at the
stun
end.
give crit?
Yeah. Advantage on
Yeah.
attacks, and any attack that hits in melee is a crit.
It
Whew.
is until her next turn, until the end of her turn. Okay. So 10, 18 on that then as a crit.
Want to hit him 3 more times?
Yep. That's a dirty
Stunned is just gives
20.
advantage there.
Does it?
Xanthil. Yeah, it's just advantage.
Okay.
It doesn't give crits.
So
Oh, I was looking at
take
paralyzed.
takes
Oh, yeah.
16 damage
Okay.
away then for the last 2 hits.
Okay, so take 16 damage away.
Yes.
Too many
Okay.
similar conditions.
That was a dirty 20 to hit on the next one.
That still hits.
Uh,
Vita is not there, by the way. If you can back her up.
Yeah, I guess I have not received my hit points yet.
Right.
I was like there-ish. I don't know. Something like that.
That's right. That's supposed to be advantage.
Within 5 feet of there.
I thought you were further back.
Not a crit, doesn't matter.
Sure.
8 damage on that
I
one,
didn't
and
memorize where I
then
was.
8 damage.
yes,
Okay.
and then as a bonus action, her unarmed attack is a 23 to hit.
23 to hit.
And
You didn't
that's
do stunning strike, correct?
not this time, but he's still
Okay.
stunned until the end of her turn.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Um,
Because this guy's about to go like ham, in all honesty, because he's about to be pissed.
yeah, well, she's not done yet. Am I blind? Okay. 7 on that unarmed. Is he still up?
He's still up.
Then she
You
will
said 7 to hit?
7 damage.
Okay.
It was a 20 something to hit, 23 I think.
Okay.
She will flurry of blows then.
Okay.
And that's 16 to hit.
Ooh. Ah, he's stunned. He can't actually use a reaction. So that still
Okay.
technically hits.
Okay. So let me roll the damage before I look at what her thing does. That's a 6 damage. What does her stuff do on open hand? He's going to need to make a dex saving throw. DC 16.
He just made 16, actually.
Okay, so he's not knocked prone, and now he needs to make a con saving throw.
The fuck?
Stunning strike.
Wait, is that a strength save thing?
A what?
Is that a strength save?
Dex save for the first one.
He does automatically fail that when he's stunned.
Oh, okay, so he's knocked prone. And then it needs to make a con save.
Okay.
He's as pissed
Well,
as he wants.
I mean, he rolled a 16 on the first one, and then he just rolled an 18 on this one, so
He's not stunned anymore.
he's not stunned.
But he
Yeah.
is on the ground.
Yes,
He's on the
he is
ground.
prone. And that is all she could do.
Right. His turn, though, he's automatically like getting up, and as he's getting up, he's taking one swing at Cricket.
Mhm.
Alright, so
So
Tanithil and Fida get to attack him.
Yep.
go ahead.
That was what we were preparing for.
Yep.
Alright, so 22 to hit for me.
That hits.
17 to hit for me.
He's going to use technically reactions on another turn, so he can't actually use that.
Right.
So
He
that
also
still
probably
hits.
can't block her things.
Yeah.
Actually, the question is, in 5e, is standing up from prone, does that provoke attacks of
movement.
opportunity?
No, it's just half movement.
Just
Okay.
half movement.
So I got 21 damage on him.
Did I
Nice.
hit with a 17?
Yes, you hit.
Okay. Oh, I technically should have rolled a second one too because I had saved the whole action. So there is an 18 plus 8 for 26 for the second one.
26 damage or 26 to hit?
That was a 26 to hit on the second one, and he is hexed. So let's roll some more damage. So he should not just be getting up. It's 8 plus 5 and 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 2 for necrotic. So 7 necrotic. 23 damage from me plus the 7 necrotic.
Okay. So, like,
More there.
dude, get down.
Yeah,
That's
we're
what we're
saying
saying.
Stay down.
As he comes up, one hit is going to hit Cricket like directly across the chest, and the other one he just swings at Tanathil.
Shoot your shot.
18. And final one to go is
18
I can't do math.
to hit cricket.
No, the first one to hit Cricket was 24. The one to hit Tanathil
okay.
was 18. And the second
Okay.
one to hit Tanathil was 15.
Well, both those miss me.
All right.
I
Cricket
believe
is going to
Cricket's been
take.
struck.
Yep.
For the record.
Yep.
Plus 19 slashing damage on Cricket.
Okay.
And like he's automatically just trying to back up. So tax of opportunity from you guys, I do believe, from Cricket and Tanathil.
That's my reaction to
But he's
use the prepared
backing
action I had.
away.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's Are we flanking him?
You can only move 5 feet
Oh.
now.
Oh, 5?
'Cause you
You're
stood up.
reduced by 10 for
Oh,
being in
goes
my
your
aura.
thing. Yeah, I don't know your stuff, Tanathil.
So there isn't even an attack of opportunity because he didn't leave.
Yeah, you can't even
Oh,
leave.
Yeah. Can't even leave.
So does that mean I'm up
If I'm not mistaken,
with a 19?
yes. Oh yeah. Actually, no, because it would circumvent right back around. It's Tanathil's turn again.
Real quick, how much damage did you say to cricket?
Shit. Because I rolled with dice, so
I think it was 19. Does
it was
that
19.
sound right? Okay.
Yeah, 19. How hurt is Cricket there? Shit.
He is looking real bad.
Okay. It's Tanathil's turn.
Well, I'm gonna stab him. He
Go
had his
for it.
chance to stay down. Well, maybe. Okay, so that is a 19 to hit then.
He is going to. Yeah, no, don't worry about them. 19, yeah, no.
Can't block it.
No, you can't.
Okay. Triple advantage
Well,
is a great thing. 18 damage.
18 damage. Just like you just kind of like get around him real quick and just like right across his back. How much was that again? You said 18?
18.
Okay. Cricket's turn.
Cricket's turn. He's still within
Not
range.
Cricket, Fida.
Oh,
Fida's turn.
Ida.
Fida, my bad. I don't have the turntable anymore. Wait,
Oh,
That's
how
easy.
the turntables.
have turned.
Oh
Fida,
my
you're
God.
up.
How is this guy looking?
He's rough. He's basically kind of like trying to like limp away at this point.
But he can't.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up behind Tanathil, and I'm gonna actually do the cure light wounds I did earlier, and
Hey,
so that
Okay.
I don't have to keep remembering that.
feel better now.
Emerald, your go.
I'm real sick of this guy beating the shit out of my friends. And I'm real sorry if we're trying to keep him alive.
What you gotta do? There's 2 more that we gotta get.
I'm gonna walk up and pump a second level inflict wounds into this fella.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna take a step forward, reach out, and like try and grab him by like. I
Can it make a
guess.
con save? Or
No,
what?
this is just a straight up
Like,
attack roll.
Straight attack roll. Roll.
This is me
Remember your
rolling to see
advantage.
if I can grab a hold of it. Grab a hold. What was that?
Remember your advantage.
I have advantage.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
over here.
I
I
mean, yeah, I'd give you it.
Oh.
The sheer amount of people that's surrounding this guy, yeah, I'd give it.
Okay.
I can see that.
Well, thank God for that. Thank you, Trail, for being a benevolent motherfucker. Because the first one was a 1.
Oh.
Oof.
Oh,
The
I would almost say
second
you
one.
grab cricket, but
Oh no. Cricket
Oh,
just
that would
dies.
go real bad.
The second one is a 17 plus 7.
okay, yeah, like, how do you want to do this?
4d10
Do I
real
even
quick.
need to roll at this point?
You still do.
I mean,
because
I'm gonna roll anyway. It's 4d10.
Yeah, roll.
It could be 4. You never know how bad it could be.
Don't jinx it.
Don't you put that evil on me,
It
Ricky
could
Bobby.
also be 40. I'm just saying.
It can go 4, it can go 40. Let's see how this goes.
Now we have extremes.
So there's a 10, a
No,
9,
it's not 4.
a 7, so 19,
That's-
26, and a 5. So
Saphira, your turn.
31.
Saphira's turn. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. Yeah. How's he die?
Done.
How dead is he? On a scale of
He-
0 to -10, how dead is he?
He's actually not that much dead, surprisingly.
He was probably the leader.
I'm just
So you
gonna
just-
walk up, grasping my holy symbol, and well, actually, yeah,
You're like,
this is a
if I'm
cleric
not
spell.
mistaken, you're like 4 feet tall, right?
I am. Thank you very much. I am a whole 4 foot 5 inches.
Ooh.
Hey.
Like, you just walk up and you just right on, like, where his
Slap him
diaphragm
right on the
is.
ass. Bang.
Like, diaphragm, and like, you just see, it just, like, his midsection just caves, black, just veins streak up, and he just collapses and just falls over.
I was really hoping for you to just reach out and touch his knee.
Oh, don't
Wait.
you dare! No, I will make Tanithil roll a d10 for
I
damage.
was an adventurer like you until I took a
emerald
inflict
to the knee.
Inflict
wounds
wounds to the knee.
to the knee.
Tanithil, roll a d12.
Why
I
is
will not
I don't know if
Tanithil
he can
getting
survive
punished?
that.
He collapses to the ground, though.
I am gonna turn around and drop a 3rd level cure wounds into Cricket.
Oh shit.
Like, Cricket just heal.
So Cricket was not looking too good.
No, she was at 15 out of 55.
Ooh.
After
Well.
being healed once.
8,
Man.
10, 15, 19 health back.
Oh, that is real helpful. That literally reverses the last hit she took.
But yeah, you guys have a bunch of bodies laying about at this point.
Conveniently,
What
we have a cave we can
happened?
stick them in.
What happened?
So they caught us, and then they blew us up. But then we stabbed them a whole bunch. Well, I stabbed them. Nobody else seems to like stabbing things.
I did
That's
that,
about it.
but that was about it.
Was this all of them?
There's 2 more back in the camp. I guess now is when I send out Foul to see
Yeah,
back
now
in
you
camp.
send out Foul.
How is everyone else looking health-wise?
I'm doing okay.
He's doing fine. Cricket's fine. Everyone else is fine.
I mean,
We're just
I'm
doing
real
much
tired,
better.
but I'm okay.
Yeah. But I think
Em-
with there only being 2 left in their camp, we should go ahead and go there before we rest. Just wrap this up.
Emerald's dad patience is real short today.
I agree. The last thing we need is for them to come searching for their friends.
Exactly.
I feel like there's a few less people in this camp now.
Yes, please delete some tokens, Trail.
Please.
Hey,
Please,
these guys.
sir.
One's actually
no
like
more.
right here. This guy's like right here. They're all up. And I'm going to.
Are we rolling new initiative once we get to said camp?
Yeah, but you guys are gonna have. You gotta roll stealth if you want to stealth up here.
Oh yeah.
Do we need the stealth? Why don't we just walk in, say all their friends are dead, and see if we can get them to surrender?
Stealthing for me has not been too good today. That sounds like a plan.
Especially since we dealt with the spellcasters.
Mm-hmm.
Fireball.
I
is
have
the
an
worst.
idea.
Hmm.
I haven't done this yet today. I'm not so good with speech, but when we get close to camp, Saphira is going to use. Wait. Before I say this, how tall was the big dude that they just took down?
Literally, okay, so you're like what, 8 feet tall?
Mm-hmm.
He's like 6'5".
Okay, that's fine. She is going to use disguise self to make herself look like him. Thankfully, because she's a furbolg and it's an innate trait of furbolg, she can look up to 3 feet shorter instead of 1.
Okay. Disguise self just changes.
Your appearance.
Okay.
It is a. Give me a sec. They can make an investigation check against her spell save DC to see through it.
If they have a reason to.
As
though.
an action, yeah.
Okay. So I'm literally just gonna have you roll a performance then. That's all I'm gonna have you roll, not deception.
You're
Just performance.
probably not going to need to.
Oh.
But this is going to happen when we get close to camp.
Right.
She's
All
going
right,
to
so
motion to the others to give her about 5 seconds and then follow behind her.
Does disguise self change your voice?
No.
I don't think it does.
So you have
No,
to
it does
drop
not.
your accent and sound like a guy.
Nope. She's not going to do that.
You just have to get their attention.
Good luck.
She's going to make herself look like him and walk out of the wood line, pointing
Now,
at the two of
granted,
them.
hold it. Question: disguise self does not change your clothing.
It is
Yeah, it
full
does.
body appearance. Full
It
body
doesn't-
appearance.
I don't think it changes clothing though.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Clothing, armor, weapons, and other belongings on your person.
Alter
okay.
self would not, because that
Okay,
physically
never
changes
mind.
your body.
You can
Okay,
use
I'm
disguise
thinking.
self to have my egg staff.
I'm thinking changeling things. Okay, I'm thinking changeling.
Yeah.
Right.
No worries.
All right.
She's going to walk into camp looking like him, pointing at those two in her own voice as she drops the disguise. This face looks familiar, yes? I suggest you sit the fuck down and put your weapons down now. He's
Roll
dead.
Roll intimidation.
This is gonna be real bad, y'all. 7.
You need
That's
intimidation
what. Wait,
proficiency if you're gonna do
hold
scary
up.
things.
Wait a minute. Why do I have?
Okay, question.
Why do I have a +4 to intimidation?
Are you proficient?
Are you?
Oh, I am. I'm stupid.
Okay.
Yes.
That being said, where are you coming in at this camp, and how far away are you from this guy?
Oh, she's just strolling out wherever they can blatantly see her from the wood
okay.
line.
Direct
have the
line
map
from
up.
where we were to camp.
Like, guys, I have the map up with y'all's tokens. So
So
Was the
we're up in the
camp-
north.
right, like, where are you guys coming in at? How are
Oh
you
yeah,
doing
then
this?
she's just gonna walk out from behind this tree over here.
I think behind the tree is a good place to be.
Sure. Yeah.
Emerald's token just
kinda
fucked me
rock
up so hard. I thought there was a third bandit. I was like, wait a minute.
Similar.
Surprise.
I'm gonna have
Stab.
this tree here.
Emerald walks up to Stalker and just touches knee.
So you're basically just coming around the bend of this tree here, and you're just like trying to be intimidating. It's been a long day.
Probably
Like,
dropped that disguise before they could see the face.
I'm thinking that like as like you're like walking around, the disguise is dropped, and they're just like just staring at you.
Do I look familiar?
Like he turns and grabs the sword and instantly just like holds it up and just begins walking towards you. The bandit, like I would say that they can't see Tanithil, they can't see Fida. It's still dark out, so Cricket's probably slightly obscured. The only one they can really probably see is Emerald at this point. And they're just closing that distance.
Emerald has
So-
very stern dad face on, just pissed.
Yeah. Okay, so this guy's
Alright.
walking straight up.
Are we now rolling
Oh.
initiative? Is this what's
We're gonna have to
happening?
roll
and
initiative.
do we get a surprise round or anything like that in here?
Yeah, we're not.
Y'all
like,
might. I definitely won't.
You're
I
not.
I
I
definitely
just
am
walked
not.
up to him like, get
Yeah.
fucked.
I have an
Like,
8
you're-
initiative.
Oh,
That is a 17 initiative with disadvantage.
17. Okay, give me 2 seconds. All right, so Fida had an 8.
8.
What does Cricket have?
Oh, give me a sec. It's 15, so Cricket has a +5, 15.
Emerald, what's yours?
17.
Okay, Phil.
I got a 6. I got it in there.
All right, Saphira, what's yours?
I think I don't get that till levels. That 18 plus 21. No,
21.
18.
Bandit is going. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, well,
Who is the higher dex?
who has a higher dex between you and this bandit? What's your
Saphira
dex
has
modifier?
+3 to dex, 16.
Okay, you go before the bandit does.
Okay.
This guy's literally just gonna walk up.
With them walking
And-
up menacing, do any of us get to actually attack?
Like, in all honesty, I'm saying like they're instantly going like right into combat because like Saphira walked around the corner, it was just like this guy's dead, and they're just like, the fuck? Who is it? Kill him. Just like go. Like that's my personal opinion because like had the intimidation just not been so low. Like that's all I'm saying.
Oh, I know. Trust me, I get it.
So
It was a real bad roll.
Yeah. First one's a 19. The second one's a 17. Third one was a 2 plus is modifier,
19,
so it's 9.
17, both of those hit.
Okay. Ooh,
That's a mistake.
fudge.
I'm just saying.
I mean,
Saphira's full health, y'all.
yeah.
Not for long.
No, not for long.
So,
But they won't be for long either.
4, 6. I need someone to help me out here. 8 plus 8.
16.
16.
Shit. Plus 9.
25.
25.
25. And then plus 8 more.
33.
33.
33. So he just walks up, cleaves onto Saphira. Saphira, you're just taking, you're just the fuck, just ready to go right at it. Now it's your turn.
If it's a surprise, then it's everyone else's turn before mine.
I'm no, they're going right into this.
Nobody doing
I'm kind of taking
surprise.
away the surprise here because they're expecting combat at this point. They don't know
Okay.
how many's if you're alone or not, but they went right into it with you.
Okay.
So
Well,
go.
if it's my turn, they just made a mistake. Saphira's gonna rage. The eyes are gonna glow. She's gonna bristle up and snarl. And she's gonna grab him by the throat and shove him to the ground.
Strength versus strength.
Strength or acrobatics for him.
Which one are you grabbing?
Yeah, which
the one that hit me. Or did they both hit me?
No, just this guy. This guy hasn't hit yet.
Dude.
Yeah.
Roll your strength. Wait. Okay.
That's a 19.
Yeah, there's no way you would have been able not to get it. He rolled a 1.
Well, he's down.
You just instantly into the ground. You're get wrecked, son.
She's gonna look up at the other one. Is he drawing a weapon?
Yeah, I would say so.
She's gonna try and boot his ass in the face and knock him to the ground.
Okay, so you're gonna try and kick this one.
Just another shove attack to knock him down.
Okay, so you are holding this guy down, correct?
No, she just slammed him down and let go.
Oh, okay.
I could see how that might be important.
Yeah. All right, roll strength.
That was a natural 20, so 27.
You just instantly push this guy back. What, 10 feet?
Just knocking him down.
Oh, okay. So
The shove attack's to push him or to knock him down. So
this guy instantly falls to the ground. You push this guy as well.
I told you, get down and put the weapons down.
Where have you roll persuasion?
It's a lot better. That's terrible. 12.
He's still gonna get up and instantly wrap around you with the little movement that he has left, and he's gonna make a swing at you. He has advantage.
No,
21.
not if the other one's prone.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I actually.
Either way,
I don't know. Aaron does it because
If
No.
one is prone, I don't
think
think he
being
can
prone
threaten
affects
your
that.
square.
Either
Okay.
way, it doesn't matter because the first roll's a 21 or a 17.
Oh yeah, that's gonna hit.
Yeah, it's even semantics here.
Oh yeah.
You
2
can still
damage,
attack from prone,
slashing.
so he's still threatening you. He just has disadvantage to attack from there.
Yeah. So like it just like wraps around you, like slashes right behind you. 2 slashing. Eh. Kind of though. Your
One.
go.
I am not actually there. You got to reorder me. I'm at a 6.
Oh yeah, you're not.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm at a 17. I believe I'm
Yeah, I
next.
realized what I've done. It's Fina's turn.
Ow, I rolled a
Ooh.
9.
Wait, why is it at 18?
I mean, I don't
Wow.
mind going next. I've got a bunch of stuff I can do,
I think
but
it's
I
Emerald's
Emerald's turn.
shouldn't be.
I know what happened. I know what happened. I know what happened. If you have it clicked and then I roll anything, it actually triggers into it. So, yeah. So, Emerald, your go. I could say you see everything that's going on here.
Oh, I watched it all happen. Well,
you said 2 damage, Trail?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am just going to pull out my water skin, start walking towards them, and dump it over my person, and cast a 2nd level Armor of Agathis on myself.
Oh.
So as I approach, the water coats and crystallizes, forming a jagged armor of ice.
Okay.
And that is 2nd level, so I have 10 temporary hit points. And if you hit me, you take 10 damage. For as
Okay.
long as I have that temporary HP.
Okay then.
It's a fun
Is
spell.
that it?
I'd say I would try and intimidate them, but I don't think I can do that on top of that, because that would be another action.
I'd give it if you're saying you were walking towards it as well. Like you're kind of like
Yeah.
doing both.
Walking towards, it's probably a good time to sit.
Roll a persuasion.
Is this persuasion or intimidation?
Either one. Which would you prefer?
I am trying to persuade. I feel like Stalker is doing a plenty good job of knocking people around. I'm just trying to hey buddy, this doesn't need to get ugly.
This don't have to go any further.
I'm tired. I really just. How about you shut up? How does a 25 sound?
This guy automatically, as you're walking up and you're saying this, and this ice armor is just forming. He's just like drops his sword. The guy on the ground who's kind of laying back, just lets go as well. They just kind of staring in y'all's direction, just kind of frozen.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
Weapons are dropped.
That's all I can do on my turn, so that's it for me.
That's it. Yeah, no turns. They've dropped weapons, so.
All right. Well,
This.
if we're out of order, then
Yep.
just pop out from behind the rock. That's good. I'm very tired, so not going through the effort of figuring out who's stabbier will be nice.
I'm going to go over and I'm going to kick their weapons away from them so they're not within reach.
Bear's just gonna keep towering over them.
Armor of Agathis is for an hour, so this visage is just
ice
here.
armor, just bulky. Yeah.
It's a fun spell.
Mm-hmm.
As y'all are, this guy's just going to keep his hands up and just start moving around to kind of sit over here next to the other guy. The other guy is just kind of kind of propping himself up, but like making sure not to like touch his weapon, and just kind of staring towards Saphira as like she's just towering over apparently.
I'm going to take my rope out and start tying them together, like wrists
Okay.
back to back together.
Okay. They're just at this point just kind of like keeping an eye on everybody, just like looking from Tanthil to Emerald to Saphira to Cricket.
So, would you
You
like to tell us why your group was here?
see the guy that was bulky, like the one that you guys just got done just destroying, especially Emerald. Like he just kind of is quiet. The other guy is just kind of nervously, just kind of like looking at him, looking at you guys. No one's saying anything.
um,
You said you bound them?
they are back to back with wrists tied together.
They have that patch on their shoulders.
Yeah.
Sphere's gonna take one of them, rip it off their shoulder. What does this mean?
They don't say anything.
Are they gagged?
Nope.
I mean, John said that y'all did or not.
She's gonna reach and grab the jaw, open it up, grab the tongue, pull it out. I asked a question. Move this around and answer it. And let go of the tongue, not the jaw.
If we had to worry about talking or not talking, we'd be dead already.
You mean like your friends?
So I have no use for you. Smashes the jaw up against the top jaw.
Roll a strength check. And which one did you do that to specifically?
Whichever one's closer.
That doesn't mean which one, either
The
the flunky
one,
or the
the flunky or the bigger
bulky.
guy.
Yeah.
Bigger guy. We'll go with the bigger guy.
Okay. Strength check.
That is 12.
12. Like as like you just kind of like ram it, you just see him just like he is like his head just kind of like turns, and you just see him just kind of like holding his jaw, like clenching it for a brief moment, and he just kind of just instantly just locks eyes back at Saphira.
Guys, I'm gonna go and look through some of these tents and see if there's anything of interest we should be aware of. Documents or the like.
Sounds intense.
Roll investigation.
That is a 17.
As like you begin to like kind of like dig through the tents and everything, you start finding like letters that they have written, journal entries, and actual personal belongings from people they've probably taken. As you're looking through these journal entries and letters, you've noticed that these guys are actually the tracks that you followed were them going in, and they're actually now coming back out and heading back towards the fort. These guys have already like hit up a couple of small villages and towns. The carts are magically and possibly enchanted because from what it's saying is they've got actually quite a few people in said carts. They've just not made any noise of any sort.
Hmm.
So
I'm gonna call someone over and be like, we've got people in these carts here.
It's entirely possible because these carts are not just like they're not like wagons or anything. Like they're like essentially there's walls to them, and there's possible enchantments that's basically making it where you can't scream out of and you can't see in
Okay.
because these letters and the journal entries talk about getting a good haul in.
Am I getting the sense that they're slavers?
I mean, considering the fact that these guys y'all know attacked Fort Rylock, and if I'm not mistaken, y'all did message Captain Clayton over in Aston, and he told y'all about the Howling Wolves and how they take people and transport them back across the border to the Culvert Kingdom. In a sense, yes, they are slavers. Yes.
He never told us of howling wolves. He only mentioned that people were being taken when they raided us. When they raided
I-
Easton.
Yeah.
I
It
thought
wasn't
because
specific. It wasn't
No.
specific about
We've
it
never
being
heard
this
the name
group.
howling wolves.
Yeah.
We got
I
information
thought that-
about the reference to the patches, but I don't think we
Right.
got the name.
Exactly.
If I'm not mistaken, he should have gave you the name.
Okay.
Like
We
it
can-
just didn't
Yeah.
get stated then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
it wasn't
we can
stated
run
in
with
the
that.
letter.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
Cool.
that's where that's yeah. Because that's the only way y'all knew about the actual name.
Okay.
I know that for a fact. So that he's the only one that would have been able to give you all that name.
Yeah, because we came into this not realizing that we knew the name. Okay.
Yeah, because this is the first time we've heard it.
You know.
The first
I'm
time
gonna
we heard it
rewatch
was
this.
earlier this session.
I will re-look at the session for last week. I
Yep.
swore I told you. So
Regardless,
You know, it's been
I'm
a
gonna go
very
and inspect these carts some.
like as you're kind of like walking up, you can actually see like if you like kind of like put your hands on the carts and everything, like touching it, you can kind of see like your hands almost disappear to a certain extent. Like there's an illusion on them to hide.
I'm gonna call Tanithil over immediately and get him to start taking a look at this.
Yeah, if there's magic going on here, I'm gonna just cast a detect magic and see what kind of auras we've got going.
You're getting enchantments, quite a few of them.
Illusion as well.
Yeah, illusion and enchantment.
Okay. Well, it probably won't blow up.
Probably a good
So-
thing.
Emerald, could you guide me? I'd like to investigate, see if I can break through these illusions.
guidance. Yay, 60-foot guidance.
Yeah, yay, disadvantage on skill checks. Maybe
Yep.
somebody else should investigate.
Is there anything I can help with?
I mean, you can also investigate.
Sure.
Guidance.
That is a nat 20.
Plus a d4.
Like as you're kind of
Investigation plus 4 is a 24, plus another d4 is
as
a
like you're
dice
kind
down
of
the
like
side of the dice.
messing with these carts and
And a
everything.
4
You
max
actually,
on that.
as you're messing with these carts and everything, you do actually notice eventually you do find a lock. It's hidden behind an image, but you're able to like find it and kind of like just hold on to it and just kind of point it out there by this is where it's at.
I've
So
got the
she's
lock
beating
here.
the illusion. She should be seeing through it to see
Oh,
what the
you should
card
actually
actually looks
see.
like.
Okay, just okay. Verifying that then. All right. Like as like you're like looking through, you can actually see like bars and everything, and you can actually see like people inside.
There's people inside.
Like they're all bound and gagged for the most part. I would say actually as well.
Can I look a
The
bit more
lock
intently and
itself,
see if I can see Garrick at all?
no.
Okay.
The lock itself, Saphira could probably break it. It's not that heavy. It's not an ultra heavy lock.
Break it yourself, Fida. You got blasts.
Yeah, I'll try to blast it.
Okay. I mean, go for it.
14. 14 to hit it.
Yeah, you know what? I'd give it. Like as like like
10
it
damage
breaks
to it.
apart. Yeah, as like you break it, it just pops up. Like you're able to like take it off, and the door just kind of just creaks open, and you're able to open it up. And as you do, the enchantment actually just kind of like fizzles. The one that was hiding everybody. And as like the door opens, you can see there's probably about 20 people in, or I wouldn't say 20, my bad, 10 people inside this cart. And if I'm not mistaken, there is 3 carts altogether.
I'm gonna go do the same thing to the other one now that I understand how they work.
Okay.
Go for where the locks are and blast them apart.
Yep. Like since like you just kind of like go to each individual cart and just begin like kind of like blasting the locks off and pulling it open. Like each cart has at least 10 people inside. All bound, gagged. They look like they've been ate in about 3 days.
Well, feeding 30 people is going to be a little bit difficult. Wait, no.
Let's
That's
see
my
what
job. Everybody gets an egg.
we can also see what provisions they have here in this camp.
As
They
like
don't
you
need
kinda, like,
them.
right, like as you kind of like begin looking through the camp and everything, you do actually find quite a few loaves of bread, meats, and everything.
Seeing all
Give
of
it a count.
this transpire,
Mhm.
I am still with the 2 tied individuals.
Same.
You know, now I have more questions. It's been a really long day, and I'm just going to sit down next to both of them. It would make my life and your life so much easier if we could just have a good conversation. And I'm going to pat the flunky on the leg and pump a 1st level inflict wounds into it.
Ooh, um, is he dead?
Full damage.
He might be dead.
It definitely hits. That's a 18 plus 7.
Damage?
No,
Or
that's
that was
2
just a
hits.
hit?
2 hit.
Okay.
It's not a ton of damage. It's 1, 5, and 6. So 12 damage.
Thank God. Like as like you just
I
kinda, like,
am
pat the guy on
I'm
the leg.
holding back on it. I'm not trying to kill him. I'm trying to prove a point with a bit of intimidation.
As like you do this, like the black like veins just kind of like go up his neck, and like he just kind of like you can tell if he, like he's trying to like reach out to like kind of like brace himself as like he just kind of like falls over and just begins like coughing as he's coughing this like this black just blood just kind of like spews out from the inflict wounds. The guy next to him just kind of gives a small chuckle. Just kind of like looks at him, then looks at you. The flunky is needing a minute to catch his breath. Okay, give him a minute.
I'm just sitting there waiting for a response.
The guy just turns to him and he's like, "What questions?"
See, that wasn't so bad. Why are you attacking the fort and gathering people from these lands?
I'm just paid to go on these missions. I don't actually know exactly what's going on.
That's quite alright.
And he
Where
just
do
turns
these...
like he looks at the guy next to him. He's just like, he knows more than I do. And the guy that's like that Saphir had just like slammed his mouth, just kind of like glares at him, just
Well,
stares at him.
that's quite all right. How about you and I talk, and we'll see if he feels better in a little bit. So, what can you tell me from what you know? How far into these lands have your people gone?
He just sits there quiet.
The same guy who just talked?
No,
I'm
you're
still
to the bigger
talking.
guy,
I'm
right?
still talking to the
Oh.
flunky who just answered me.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I look to the bigger guy and go, we'll see if he feels better in a minute. How about you and I talk for now?
We've hit up a village further south by the name of Timberward. Our trek was pretty quick. We also hit up Stonewall. We were on our way back through the fort. That's where we were going to do our launching point to go back across the border.
How many of you are left? Aside from the camp here, because we know that answer, it's 2.
3 scouting parties of this size left about a week ago from the river.
So you were the final group.
We're one of 3.
One of 3 left.
That's roaming around the countryside right now. Another group should be coming back here in about a week, following one about a week after that, but they could also go to the other launching point that's further north. Like you can just see him like trying to like catch his breath as he's talking.
Take your time. Necrotic influence is a doozy.
As we hit up Timberward a few days ago, followed by, as I mentioned, Stonewall. We were on our way back.
We know powerful mages hit the fort that you guys are using as a launching point. Is that part of your group or an external
We
one?
were same group, just a different part of it. We came in right afterwards.
And where are you all based from across the river?
There's a campsite just out of the major city of Kuro, or the Culver Kingdom. There's roughly, I would say, 1,000 of us at the campsite, but more actually are in a way stationed there.
Can you think of any questions, Stalker, to add to that for now, before we try and converse with the other fella? I think that covered
yet.
most of it. I am going to thank you for your honesty. During these questions, do I believe he's answering me truthfully?
Roll insight.
Same.
Can I say my passive insight is 20? I mean, I rolled above a 10, so it's a 12 for 22 insight.
I would say he's being pretty honest from what you can tell.
Lovely. How does his friend seem to be reacting body language wise to this information?
He's rather upset. Like you can say he's not holding it together, like he's just staring at the other guy. Like,
well,
if he
they're
wasn't
back to
bound-
back. They can't really stare at each other. That he can kind of like.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, he's still like turning his head.
Yeah.
You can tell, like, if it wasn't for the fact that he's bound, that guy'd be being choked right now.
Okay. Well, what is your friend's name? Your superior officer here.
His name is Gerard.
This is me as Otter, not me as Emerald. Can you repeat that a little louder?
Gerard.
Gerard?
Jarrod.
Okay.
Gerard.
Lovely. And yours is?
Fryer.
Briar?
Carl Fryer.
Well, Carl, your honesty earned you a bit of a reprieve, so I'm going to go talk to Gerard for a minute, and you just sit and rest. I'm going to get up and walk over and sit face to face with Gerard.
He's at this point just staring at the ground. Just
So, Gerard is it? Do you want to talk?
I don't think I have to worry about that.
Let me phrase it in a slightly different manner. Would you rather talk to me or the regiment commander from Aston that is on his way here?
Roll deception. With advantage.
I only got a +4 in deception, but that's a dirty 20.
He just kind of like sighs, just if he's on his way, he's on his way. My fate is the same.
I don't know if I'd call your fate the same after what y'all have done here in their part of the country.
You're not gonna let me go, correct?
I'm not going to let you go, but I can promise you a much swifter end than whatever torture they have in store for you.
Either way, I'm dead.
We could always see if there's like 80 years of manual labor they could do instead and keep him alive the whole time.
Fida, I don't think they live that long.
How old does
Either
this fella
way.
look? Is he human?
He looks to be in about early 40s.
Human?
What's 40 years then?
Is
40
human.
years manual labor rebuilding the walls of the towns that they've destroyed.
I don't
Here's
think
the thing.
his people quite make it much past like 50, 60.
Yeah, most of the time humans are dead by the age of 70. So both now and in the game.
I do
Here's
have
the
one
thing.
question. What kind of group both engages in human trafficking and attacks a military installation? And well, and then also is able to be defeated by a group of random travelers that just happen to spot you as you're passing through.
To be fair, our pages were tired. You got lucky.
This isn't a great combination.
Like I said, you got lucky.
I don't
The
think luck had anything to do with
the
it.
Take
the
luck over
flunky on the
skill
other
any day.
the flunky on the other hand, like Carl, he just literally goes, the group was paid by Kolvik, from what I know.
So you hail from Kolvik. Whereabouts?
Gerard just doesn't say anything. Carl, on the other hand, is just like, I'm part of a I'm they doesn't even have a name.
So
Just a
what
collective
brought
group.
So what brought you to the mercenary life where this is what you do?
It pays.
I don't think any of these people are getting paid.
Them, no. Me, yes. I get paid.
Not anymore, you're not.
Now you get prison.
Now you pay for what you've been doing.
Gerard just kind of quiet. He's just staring at the ground.
I have a question for you. You ever had a body part removed?
She'll do it.
Never.
I have. It's not pleasant.
What body
It
part do you have
hurts.
removed? Like, legitimately, I'm curious.
You don't remember?
No.
You don't remember? Her left leg has
No.
been severed before.
I don't remember this.
I'll remind you after session, don't worry.
Okay.
Backstory stuff.
Okay.
I don't remember this.
I'll remind you, don't worry. You'll remember real fast.
Yeah.
I have. It's not pleasant. It hurts a lot. You bleed out pretty quick. But what I had removed was large. And I can remove bits of you one piece at a time, real slow. I'm really in a bad mood.
Roll intimidation.
And you don't want to play games.
Like looking Stalker up and down. Everything seems to be there.
She's quite literally starting to
I'm confused.
growl through her speech. That is a 21. Finally, a good roll.
Yay.
Emerald is just sitting there, just smiling at him like, Hatch, we could just talk.
Talking's the easy way.
I answer a question and I get released. That's
We're in no position to negotiate.
then I've got nothing to lose.
Yes,
Why?
you do.
No, I
Body
don't.
parts.
Either way, I'm dead.
You are mistaken. And she's going to walk over, turn her
Like,
her maul is going to shift as she walks over into an axe, a great axe. And she's going to take it, not two-handed, but bring it down and just punch it through his foot.
roll an attack and damage. Stuffs roll damage.
That's a
I mean, it's gonna hit.
You have enough to pay for that attack?
15 to hit, yeah. Oh, what?
Well, that kind of attack costs $5. $5 foot long.
That took me
Yeah,
longer
roll
to
a
understand
D20.
than it should have.
I've
Okay,
been
roll
healed,
a
it's
D20.
okay.
Tanathil's gonna go unconscious from just random psychic barrages.
Nate,
A
take
pun
9
comes to
damage.
his
I'm done with
brain.
you.
Like
A pun
rock,
comes to his brain and he laughs himself to unconsciousness.
rock falls from the sky.
Done with Tanako.
10 damage. Correction,
Like-
9 damage.
Like, you can just see him, like, kind of, like, grit his teeth. And you're just like, it doesn't matter. I'm
Doesn't
dead
it?
here. I'm dead there.
You
Heal-
won't be
heal
dead if
11
you
hit points.
cooperate. And she's going to walk over to the fire and grab a burning log
Ooh.
and come cauterize the wound.
That stops the bleeding, correct?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Hurts like hell. Till
I'm
the
giving him
nerves
a
die.
hit point back. Stops the
I think
bleeding.
Okay.
Really viciously infected later on.
Right?
Yeah, it's got like dirty ash and everything from a
It
bonfire
was a
now in
joke.
it.
Oh my god.
I mean, to be fair,
Hey.
ash is pretty sanitary.
Yeah, it
Comparatively.
helps filter
Right?
stuff.
Comparatively speaking, yeah.
Oh, it gets infected just by virtue of being an exposed burn, and he's not in a hospital.
Yes.
Cricket's gonna slowly walk up.
Oh, hi, Cricket.
Hi, Cricket.
Um,
Didn't know you were his.
yes. Still limping a bit. More wounds, and she's just gonna silently walk past everyone. And she's gonna go up behind that man and gently rest her hand on his forehead and behind his back and start leading him backwards to lay down.
He is currently tied back to back with the other fella here in the camp.
So the
You
other guy's
said
just like
they were
completely laying forward.
separated. Oh, I thought they were separated. I don't know what the fuck is
Oh,
going on.
no worries.
Yeah,
We
they're tied
convinced
together.
them to lay down their arms, and they are currently back to back with their wrists tied together.
Okay, never mind.
You could tilt him over to the side. It would just take both of them.
No, I'll just keep him there. Never mind. Well then she's just going to sit right next to him, shoulder to shoulder. Is he looking at me?
No, he's still looking at the ground.
Almost
Hyperventilating because of the pain.
Stalker, calm down. I am sorry. I am sorry that life has pushed you to make these decisions to hurt others. That mean you've been hurt or suffer or seen pain. What you have done here in Fort Rylock and maybe many is terrible. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that your heart is been pushed to be able to endure this. That your light has dwindled. I can't imagine what is like your home bad chaos that pushed you to hate these people, this country. You Kolvik, correct?
Which one are you talking to exactly?
Big guy.
He's not going to say a word. He's just continually stare at the ground.
She's just going to gently turn his face towards her. And Cricket's shaking. Visibly shaking. Cricket no understand this land yet. Or war. That is a new term for her. Are you in war? Is this war?
He's just going to continue to stare at the ground. He's not going to say anything. He does not want to talk.
This. She just keeps talking. She's gonna cup, both of her hands on his cheeks. And is just holding him in silence. And she's going to crouch in front of him and put her forehead against his. And just hold him.
I want Saphira and who else is doing any sort of like watching around the area?
I mean, Emerald is watching him.
Okay, I want Saphira to roll a perception.
21.
As Cricket is like holding this guy like kind of like at his cheeks and everything, like just kind of like staring at him. You hear a twig off in the distance snap. About, I'd say 100 feet away. Cricket, as like you're holding this guy and you're talking to him, his eyes kind of like come up to look at you. And as they do, all of a sudden, like an arrow just right through his throat. Blood like comes out and actually like lands on your face and everything. And you see him just like his eyes go wide and instantly just starts like trying to like gasp for air. Saphira, like you see this instantly and like instantly like kind of like look in the direction from which it came, like trying to like see. If I'm not mistaken, you don't have dark vision, correct?
Correct.
All right. Who does? But if I'm not mistaken, it's only good to 60 feet, correct?
Yeah.
Depends on
Right.
the dark vision, but normally, yeah.
Okay. As like you guys as like instantly turn Cricket, like this arrow just like I said, just comes through his neck. He instantly like gasps, trying to gasp for air. Blood is like kind of like splattered a little bit on your face. I need to know what you do next.
Ooh, Cricket?
Cricket. Yeah, Cricket.
Okay.
Like 10 seconds. What do you do?
I end it quick for him.
Oh. Okay. Okay then. Just
Not where I
snap
thought
his
that was gonna go.
I
right.
knew it was coming.
So just snap his neck, I guess.
Yeah, she closes her eyes and just.
All right. Like as like she just like snaps his neck, but as she does, like another arrow just like right like at the lower part of his neck. Like at this point, y'all know someone's actually shooting at this guy from a distance.
Oh, as soon as the first arrow fired, Saphira was running towards that direction.
Right. And that's where we're gonna end it for tonight.
Well, hope everyone saved enough abilities for the next set of them.
I'm out of rages, because we haven't slept yet.
Well,
All right. With that being said, Otter, close us out for the evening.
Sure. Make sure to tune in and join us for the rest of the shows we have going on as the week begins. Tomorrow, we have Cap's game of the Troubleshooters. Tuesday, we have Jason's game of A World at War, which is not D&D. That one is 2nd edition Scions. And they're getting close to the season finale at this point. Things are getting interesting. Wednesday, we'll be back for another episode of JT's game of Falskallen Knights. Thursday, we have Maddie's game of A Knight's Ransom. Fridays, we still have free. Saturdays, stay tuned. I believe the Stolen Cities is going to be starting up again in the near future. And we'll be back again next week for another episode of Varinheim.
Until then, we'll see y'all then.